Well done. You got straight in there.
I'm going straight for the earth. Did you notice? I went, yeah, some of this, but check, yeah.
Yes, yes. All right, let's have a little.
I saw a little bit of it, yeah, I saw.
Well, let me just turn around so you can see where we are. Hi guys. Yes, so day 3. We're in Bath and we are at Southgate. So Southgate Street. We have New Orchard Street. All right, okay. We're outside the O2 and EE shop, JD Sports, Metro Bank. That's where we are. And we have a friend here. Say hello, Lisa. What Lisa's doing. Oh, Ricardo says hello. All right there, buddy. How about that? So Lisa's doing a few fun things for the kids as well. You know, like, and I think next door to it, she'll probably draw the picture of the moon as well. The Pluto, the so-called planet, is it? You're going to do that? All right. Yeah. Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah, no, they will. Yes. And that'll be a conversation to be. I can't wait for that conversation. You know. Yes. So yeah, so Lisa's going to be finishing that off for a few hours, or an hour. I'm not sure how long these things take. We was meant to be right there next to where Lisa was, but she started putting her drawing in the wrong place. But that's okay. I've ended up going there, but I'd like to spin them banners round. Yeah, it's put us in a bit of a, I don't know, the wrong position, I think, but there's not much I can do about it at the moment. We'll see. It's fairly busy here, I think, because we've got all of these intersections. You know, like, so there's plenty of people. So we've got Ian Leahy. I said, and we've got Sven with us. And we're meant to be joined by a few others, but they haven't arrived yet. So, yeah, so we should have like Dave Mann come in and a few others, which would be really cool to see. Oh, I'm just speak of the angel. I was going to say speak of the devil, speak of the angel. Hi guys. You alright? Yeah. Oh yeah. You okay?
Yeah, man. How are you?
You right? How are you? You alright? Yeah, good. Hello. I haven't seen you for ages.
Yeah.
Where have you been?
All over South
Jason,
Africa.
we used his camper van.
Yeah, it was
A long time it was
camper van.
Jason's camper van. Finn.
Yeah.
Dave. How are you, man? Alright, yeah. You're alright, hello, we haven't met before. What's it, Ian? Oh, hi, Ian. Yeah, I know somewhere. Yeah. How are you? Did you get your okay? I've got that one up in my bike. Show me off, man.
Oh, it is nice here, isn't it?
Good talker. Yeah. We planned it correctly and all that.
Yeah.
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 Because we're so programmed when we see that. Sometimes you need a point of that.
Yeah.
Okay. Where's Harry?
He's walking around video.
Do you think it is? Yeah, I am, but I was just thinking about the banner. It's pointing the wrong way. It should be pointing outwards here. And I just wondered, like, if we span it round, do you think it's...
It's either going to go that way or that way.
Yeah,
Right.
but if I span it round, it's not going to tie on to anything. But do you think it's going to be windy? It's not windy here, is it?
It's not that. People are coming from that way.
Yeah, it's...
People are coming from that.
We're-
They're coming, so, they've got loads of stuff.
I think we need some chalk on the floor.
As well. You think... Yeah.
Because when you've got the other side, you've got everybody.
I know, wherever side I go, I'm going to be missing someone.
Yeah. And then from this side and that side and that side.
Yeah. Okay.
Then they come either way
Yeah.
they're going to, they're going to see it. So
Okay.
it's not bad.
Right, you've convinced me. Thank you. Put my mind at rest. Right, let's... I've got some water here. Let's grab that before I start to cook. Because we do like to cook a lot here doing these tours.
It's an Airbnb.
Say that again.
I've got that old banner, half of the original banner.
Oh, right, have you? Oh, yeah. Roll it out in front. Yeah, grab somebody else's attention.
People walking from this way are
Definitely.
not seeing anything. There's nothing to see.
Definitely. Yeah, go for it. Just put it down, yeah. Awesome. Right. God, I need 14 hands here. I'm like trying to do up my bottle of water. Let's put that back. Put that there. Excuse me. Okay, let's have a little read of some comments because I really can't see a thing here. It's just to let's see if I can read some comments. See who's here. So we know obviously we got Ricardo here. Fred, great location. It is a good location, this one. National Memorial Gardens. Hi Nathan. You got Matty England. Bath, God. Bath's not benevolent. All right, okay. My old stomping ground. I can't read that. Your writing's ever so small. I can't seem to read that. So what it is that, like when you're out in the open here, you can't read these bloody black screens. They're bloody useless, aren't they? Lies to me. Yeah, I'm terrible at trying to read this. Yeah. Okay. Hi Judith. Hi, it's good to see you all anyway. Hopefully we can have some fantastic conversations. Ian Lee, he has already had a really good conversation. I think Harry's disappeared doing... Oh no, Harry's over there, look at that. So, Harry, are you okay? You don't seem to have a victim.
You, Jason. On a scale of 1 to 10. No, it's just it's a nice central area, but there's nobody sitting around.
No, people are walking through, aren't they?
Quite fast as well.
Yes. Yeah. But hopefully, one or two will stop. Like mateys just stop for the. What you want to do is grab them as the conversation's dwindling. Say, don't go. Speak to me.
Yeah, and I don't want to jump straight in because
No.
they're usually passing by just stopping for a few seconds.
Yeah.
You jump in too early in the way again.
I think so. Yeah. He's putting the banner on the reverse side as well, which is really good. Yeah, right, buddy.
Yeah.
I was going to say there is extra pegs at them round ones.
Oh, of course there are.
Yeah.
Of course there are.
You should be able to just hook onto them anyway, shouldn't you? Oh. Good stuff. Good stuff. Oh yes, yes, like that.
And you know what? Hydrogen.
Oops, nearly got you. You're right.
Now we have
Awesome. So yeah, so we've covered all three sides. So you should be able to see something going on. That's really good. How awesome is that, eh?
how long you have without a jab?
Tell you what, we're so lucky, aren't we? We're all carriers and we're very lucky to be here.
And there you go. Harry managed to get the interview. And we'll keep checking on Lisa and seeing how she's doing. Oh, you're becoming so technical with all this now, Lisa.
I knew I had to do something relatively soon.
Yeah.
I didn't know how long it'd be.
Yes. Oh, that's really good. I guess if you're doing this all the time, can you make a living out of this now?
Well, if I sold prints,
Right.
yeah, which I'm going to get now.
Yeah. Ah, that's really good. What's Lisa got on her back? The rich and the poor forgot. No, I don't have to read the whole thing. You leave me alone.
To make sense out of it.
Oh, I see. There you go. All right. Just giving people a little taster. Look at that. I'll stop on the other side. What's that all about? Oh, it's flat. I've got to stop. Let's make fun. Yeah. Awesome. Oh, we're catching people on all sides. How about that, guys? Yeah, so little conversations going on all around. How awesome, guys.
We'll talk to Jason about it in a minute.
Right. I think this is going to be a good day. I think we're going to enjoy today. Let's hope we don't get any dramas like we had dramas yesterday. And if you guys all caught that, that was a bit of a strange one. I think someone was attention seeking. A little bit difficult to sneak in on someone's conversation, you know. But Dave Mandel's got his camera out there. I think his channel's, is it the Trinities? Dave's channel, the Trinities is it called?
Trinity 4.
Trinity 4.
Trinity 4.
Yeah, so I don't know if you call that Trinity 4. So if you want to see what that conversation's all about, okay, open up that page, Trinity 4. Bit warm here today. Yeah, not much airflow. Kind of just waiting for someone to be floating around and having a little read of the banner, then I'll swarm in. It's always a little bit difficult when, like this gentleman here. Oh, that's Sven's. Sven's there.
Oh, I'm very interested in history. I didn't realise that a lot of it isn't quite told, but yes, I'm very interested.
I think Sven's having a conversation all about history, you know. Hey, good. More people are actually stopping on this side. It's the flat Earth. It's the flat Earth thing, isn't it? You are being lied to. It's so blatant. It's in your face, and have you figured out what the connection is?
No, I'm just glad there's some nutters around.
Yeah. It's in a world of lies and media spin. Are we actually, and how do we discern the truth these days? You know, or do we just believe in what our governments tell us?
No.
No. So
But similarly, I don't believe the Earth is flat.
the Earth, that's nothing to do with the Earth is flat. No.
I'm a cynic about what we're told.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's nothing to do with that. But I suppose if the Earth is flat, and that would be.
Do I believe that the pharmaceutical industry creates cures? Yes, I do.
Creates customers, yeah.
And cures.
Oh yes, they do. They do. But they're there to create a customer first and foremost. It's all about the money, isn't it? We've heard it time and time again when someone's in need of a small minority in need of medicines and that, and they won't actually create them pills or them potions or whatever. They'll not unless there's a market there for it.
They're not a charity.
Well, there you go. You know, so they're there to create customers.
So it's got to be viable.
Well, it shouldn't have to be viable. No.
Well, it's
No,
It's
and-
not a charity. Therefore, it's a business. Therefore, it's got to make money. Therefore,
Yeah.
It's got to be viable.
No, I think people's health should come first, and you know, like the pharmaceutical.
Without profit, how does it work then?
We've got lots of organisations that don't have profit. There's lots of things.
For example.
Okay, I don't know, maybe our water board or something.
Well, you think our water people don't make? You think Severn Trent doesn't make money?
What I'm saying is that
You're joking me now.
I'm saying that there is lots of organisations that aren't in it for the money.
Money.
Okay.
Name one.
Well, I'm sure I could if I sat down and
You said there are hundreds of them, and yet you can't name one.
Well, right here on the street. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Maybe the Red Cross. Okay, should we throw in the Red Cross? They're a charitable organisation.
Yeah.
We'll say Oxfam.
They're not businesses.
Okay, they're not businesses.
No.
No. Well, I disagree with that.
Well,
No.
Red Cross is not a business.
Is
it's
it
a
not?
charity.
It's a charity. Okay, the semantics, isn't it?
No,
You know.
it
But-
isn't, because business has to make profit.
I
to
don't.
survive. A charity doesn't.
Yeah,
because people
I
give to
don't
it.
believe that all businesses are there making profit. I
they
think
have-
I think
won't-
most places like this, the Federal Reserve, that are just printing numbers, printing money out of thin air.
A business won't survive without profit.
Well, speak to them in China. I think they'll disagree with you.
In what way?
Well, a communist country, isn't it? You know, like so I imagine that they're not all in it to make money.
Everything you turn over is made in China. They make profit.
Yeah, yeah, I disagree.
Well, you can't disagree with the facts.
Yeah. Well, maybe the fact that here on the street right now,
You can't name a business. A business cannot exist. It's a charity. It exists on donations.
Okay.
It's a business. It exists on making profit.
Okay.
If it doesn't make profit, it goes out of business. It doesn't exist.
No, our government do handouts all the time. Look at all the farmers at the moment who are getting paid not to actually farm. So where's that money come from? They're getting paid not to farm.
I'd rather you didn't film. I realise I'm in public and therefore you're perfectly entitled.
I don't need to check it.
Yeah,
I'm not in trouble at all.
yeah.
And I don't bother too much social distancing. That's another hoax designed to minimize and weaken us.
I realise that, of course, yeah. Absolutely.
Business that doesn't make a profit. No. Well, those that don't, fail.
Thank you. You need to talk to your friend here.
What?
Well, we're talking about the pharmaceutical industry,
Yeah.
that they're here to make, create customers.
Yeah.
But he says that, like that, they're not just here to create customers, they're here to, it's a
good
business.
service. Oh,
They have to make money in order to survive, to,
Well, they won't produce drugs unless there's a sufficient demand for them, which is perfectly sensible. Because they're not going to make 10 drugs at a cost of £1 million a drug for 10 customers.
Do you believe in the power of marketing?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
So pharmaceutical companies spend a vast
I
amount of money
understand.
on that.
I understand.
So what they're doing, if you think about it, you're in the sales game. You're going to try and excite and incentivize as much as possible people
Absolutely.
to
We've
take
seen
your
what they've
product.
done in America.
Yeah.
I absolutely agree. But the idea that a business doesn't make a profit is nonsense. Because as you quite rightly said, a business doesn't make a profit, it goes out of business. Now, whether, the sensible argument is, whether the bulk of the drugs that they produce should somehow subsidise the 10 drugs that cost £1 million, that's a different argument.
okay?
Or what if, like, for example, we were to flip everything in this world on its head and say, like, we used to do with cannabis. If you were growing, and they still do it, if you were growing a medicinal plantation of cannabis, the heavies would go in there, shut you down, burn you out, put you in jail. Imagine if we took the same approach with the pharmaceutical industry and said it's actually very bad for you, and everything we're doing at the moment is harming the human course because we've actually intended to hide natural medicine. That's no mistake. As you just said earlier on, they've kind of perpetuated things that have demonized natural medicine in favor of this pharmaceutical.
So you never take any pharmaceuticals?
Not for the last 8 years.
No.
Not at all.
If you're dying of cancer, you would take
If I was dying of cancer, I would go to cannabis. Absolutely.
Cannabis will cure you.
No, it doesn't. I have personal friends.
It'll make you feel better, but it won't cure you.
Well, we've got
We've
evidence
got
of
personal
have been
friends personal to us have gone through the process of cancer and chemo and then come out the other side about to die and used the dark oil of what they call it, something, Lorenzo's oil.
Yes.
Using that has cured people. In fact, the guy I'm using this, I've got a little cancerous lump on my forehead, which is now a tenth the size that it was because I've been treating it for the last few weeks with this dark oil. It seems to be my friend who cured his mother's long stage cancer.
That's the luck with it when you get an incurable glioblastoma on your brain. I love it.
But you know what? Part of the problem is, well, before you go away, part of the problem with cancer is that people don't realize that cancer comes from about 4 key factors that are occurring in the individual. One of them is that they become alkaline.
I really can't understand.
Watch the TV anymore.
Yeah.
Turn off the TV, sir.
No. He
So Andrew was thinking of making some food tonight, unless you guys have got to travel on.
No, well, we were caught out because of Sven needing somewhere to sleep tonight.
Yeah.
So we had to organise a place for him to sleep. Me and Harry are kind of okay to go anywhere, but so at some point we do have to get Sven. I think I said to the landlady there that we would get him there before 8 o'clock. We would try. So as long as we can, we'd love to.
Okay, well,
I'll leave the food. You guys end up coming there.
they've got to leave by about 7:30, I guess, or 7.
It's going to be a good hour drive over there, isn't it?
So they've got to leave by 7. So if you're going to come, because Andrew could do like a veg curry or something.
Yeah. Oh no, it sounds great, but yeah.
Well, what time were you hoping to wrap up?
Possibly anywhere around about 3:30, 4 o'clock.
Oh, as late as that?
Yeah, 4 o'clock.
Well, we're only like 15 minutes walk from here,
Okay.
where we're staying tonight. So
Right.
10.
Do you know what? It's fine. You guys will just come in and
Yeah.
Put your feet
Cold,
up.
bit of cold juice somewhere. Bring some juice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep it simple, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see how the day.
No, that'd be good. Yeah.
let me know.
I've got 2 phones now for the first time in more than 2 years.
Yeah, just let me know.
Right.
Just remember that also, when the government gives the pharmaceutical companies indemnity against vaccines, you have to know that they're in
Yeah, in cahoots.
cahoots with each other.
Yeah.
Protecting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Matey there had something to do with the health industry in some fashion, probably a doctor or something, or because he zoomed in on that one,
Yeah.
and I pointed out, like that. Yes, they are They are there to create customers, and not. Well, they have to be a business, and like to make money. And that's he has to name a business that doesn't need to make money in that. But the only one that I could come up with is probably every farmer in the country. Because they're getting subsidies still, even now. Because not to grow things.
I just heard about a farm in our teams, and
It's a shed on the road. They get past it. Is that it's got the honesty box.
yes,
Like just put in some money what you feel.
yes.
Yeah.
It's like it's on this ease.
Yeah.
And that's not on today.
No, I don't believe that. The pharmacy industry, we should have a different model of the pharmacy industry. It should be non-profit making. And
Yeah, they're making money out of our health, really, aren't they?
yeah.
That was nice. He's a scientist. I get him, don't I?
Oh right, okay. And where did your conversation lead?
He got smashed to pieces, of course. James.
Okay, but
He was very receptive to it.
right.
He was talking about other things than flat Earth.
Yeah.
Why are you talking about flat Earth? Because obviously everything else is bad. So
Yes.
you have to go down that road.
You need a sort of way to go around it sometimes.
I know.
I want to go straight in and talk about flat Earth, but I see the look on some people's faces.
You do that fluorized.
Yeah. What did you do?
Hello. I'm a scarer of old ladies.
Oh dear, that was funny. Oh, we got the other one. I didn't realise we had the other banner as well. Look at that.
Where's it come from?
They've been all around
Look at that. That's been round.
Hey, dude. What do you reckon, mate?
How about that, guys? Have you seen that before? Yeah, it's like my first banner. This is.
Okay, let's say let's pretend I'm the What is that? It makes me forward starting gravity.
I don't even watch the news.
Let's grab my water. Sorry, got a lot messing about here trying to get my water open again.
And he was going, well, no, I'm not, but that doesn't stop.
Go. Yeah, I think it's a really good spot this, because just putting this little bit of chalk everywhere, it certainly is stopping people in their tracks. How awesome. That's okay. That'll be a good conversation that Harry's doing. Yeah. Someone very receptive. Can you handle truth? All right. Yeah. Let's see what they're looking at. They're not. They'd be outside having a little peek. You work there, do you? Yeah. And what do they think about what's going on outside?
We're not too sure what's going on, that's why.
Yeah, it's a little bit of everything. Kind of trying to be subtle here with talking about conspiracies of the world, and does our government really tell us the truth? You know,
No,
like,
not at all.
not at all.
No, no chance.
And of course, you know, like, so, you know, right through life and that, are we, you know, a world full of lies and media spinning and all?
But do you? No,
You
not
don't?
at all.
Why don't you? Well, I mean, what make? At what point do you think that you were? At what point in your life?
When I learnt the science behind it.
Like, no, I don't think so. You didn't learn
That's
that when you were about
gravity.
3-4 years old, when you had the globe in the nursery room, and
Oh no, I didn't know that.
no.
When I was like 3-4 years old, I just knew we lived on a big thing. I
Okay.
didn't know what it was.
Right.
Until you start looking deeper into it and you think, well, what actually is it?
So, what do you think the science would be to prove it?
What that is a round circle?
Yeah. What would the science be?
The fact that they've seen it, possibly.
When you say seen it, I mean, like, because I've seen
Like
Superman.
satellite.
I've seen Superman, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is that, you know, like, with a world full of media and lies and spin and that, how can we discern the truth when anything that we see on TV,
Yeah.
you know, like, can we believe everything? Or is it just the government's maybe telling us lie, and the space agencies are all telling us the truth?
Yeah, true.
So we've actually examined, we figured out that there has to be a curvature drop, a calculation.
Mm-hmm.
So what it means is that for every mile, there has to be an 8-inch per square drop.
Yeah.
Okay, and it goes 8 inches, 32 inches, I think 64, and it just keeps going, you know, wild. But you got places like if you stand in Calais, and if you look at the White Cliffs of Dover, you can see the White Cliffs of Dover in its entirety by standing at Calais.
Yeah.
But based on a mathematical, formula and that, you're only meant to see I think it's about 40 odd feet of the highest peak. That's all you're meant to see. The rest is meant to be, over the horizon and that. We've got infrared technology now on cameras that cuts through all of this atmosphere. This atmosphere it's thick, it's dense. I don't know if you look at green trees here, but when you look in the distance, it gets greyer and greyer and greyer. That's the atmosphere, you know. But we've got infrared technology now that can cut right through that, and we can see long distance lands that are like 200, 300, 400, 500 miles away. But they're meant to be miles below the horizon. Yeah. And we've got so much evidence
of
that.
So how is everything curving is the point?
Well, here's the thing. I mean, like, I don't know if you remember the GoPro Red Bull challenge, you know, where he went up to on a balloon up into space, and then he jumps off and that. Well, on ground level, you look at the footage and you can see Earth's curvature on ground level. So like that, and when he's in space, it is the same curvature of what it was on ground level. So we've sent lots of flat earthers and that. They've sent up their own cameras that don't have fisheye lenses. Yeah. You know, because a lot of these cameras have all got like a bit of a distortion there. Yeah. You would know that, yeah, of course. So they've all got this distortion, but when we've sent our cameras up with no distortion, 140, 150,000 feet, and it's flat. It's flat and level. There's no curvature whatsoever. But when we're presented, you know, like these pictures and videos show us this massive curvature. And it's silly, it is. You can always tell, I don't know if you know, when cameras kind of like look down and look up, they kind of go convex, so you got the curvature and then it goes the opposite way. That's the clue, you know. So we've done lots of research.
So how does 9/11 relate to?
Okay, so it's not all. It's more of we're trying something different and trying to speak to people about conspiracies that have happened.
Lies that may lay below than what we think.
Yes. So 9/11, the official story is that a couple of jets went, you know, like crashing in. Yeah. But if you go back and you can look at that footage, well, there's that as well. But if you go back and look at the footage and go slow, frame by frame by frame, you see the nose of the airplane come out the other side. Right. Which is like, these buildings, they have big steel girders about so big, about that thick. And these things, you can have a pigeon strike, you know, like that hit the nose of these and basically wreck the whole front of the aircraft. Yeah. But this went through these steel columns and out intact, out the other side. Yeah. So I'm telling you now, the proper narrative is there was never any planes. And lots of people on the street never seen no planes whatsoever. We only seen planes when it was on TV. There was no planes, but there was a demolition that went down.
I know someone that was there and saw that though.
That they said they were there. They claim that they saw planes.
Yeah, they were there.
They've lied to you. I'm telling you. Right, so there's a website that you can go to. It's called noplaneshoax.com or something. You need to go on that, because after you read this paper, you will be 100% convinced that there was never any planes. No, and I don't know if you know, there was no aircraft parts. Do you remember you probably don't remember it, but you've probably heard about it. There was the Challenger disaster. Right. This, you know, like the space shuttle, you know, went up, blew up, and that. That basically disintegrated, you know, before our eyes, supposedly, but it did. And they picked up all the parts, you know, what they did, pick up off the street, and they kind of rebuild it in a big aircraft hangar and all that. And there was millions of these parts. This is after a space shuttle supposedly disintegrated, and yet they can't show you any of these parts, from this.
Explosion at the
there is none.
Yeah.
It's so there was no planes, but I think what it is that people put together, even if they were there. I was there. I heard the explosions. I seen this, that, and the other. But then I seen things on the TV, and they put it all together and play it in a circle in their heads. And that's where it comes from. But no one's seen any planes. So, but I wouldn't be calling your mum a liar.
No.
But certainly didn't. But yeah, I mean.
Hello. Okay.
It's a
Fair enough.
it's a fascinating subject of, and we try to lead people to, is the Earth flat? You know, like, and we'll talk about that. And
If it's flat and I'm still
it's
fat.
random bloke in the street that convinces you the Earth is flat. There's something not quite right with you.
Yeah.
You know, you should never believe that. But I hope that you could be curious enough
Look
as a
into it,
seed
yeah.
to go, you know what, let me just check out a few things.
Yeah.
We always say, little bit of investigation. We see too far. That's the problem. We see too far. Next time you're out at the beach and all that, and you might see, I don't know, land in the distance. If you see it past, like, I don't know, if that's 12 miles away, I say, you should be seeing it.
Oh.
You know, like, so
Fair enough then. I'll go back in.
you go back to work, go and have a chat. All right, so that's just one of the staff from from the O2 shop. So. Yeah, if she had a little bit more time, you know, like, again, we would never be able to convince people here on the street. I would never presume to. That would be, they'd be so fickle, wouldn't they? It'd be, you know, like, it'd be really weird. Yeah. Right, let's get some more water. Oi, Sam, give us a hug. You all right?
Long time no see.
Yeah, how's you okay?
Yeah, good, thanks.
Good
Yeah,
stuff.
good
Good
to see
seeing you. Yeah. What are you doing now? You were just going somewhere?
I'm going to go and get coffee for Simon and Dave.
All right, okay.
Nobody else.
No, I just need that. All right, so I was just looking for Harry then, and I didn't realise I must have just walked past him, but I was looking elsewhere. Let's see how well Lisa's doing. Yeah, it's good enough. Come on, move along.
Next image.
Yeah. Absolutely good enough. You're trying to be a perfectionist. Well, no, you are a perfectionist, so. Yeah. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, so he's still got, he's really going for it, is Mr. Dave, Mr. Mantle. A lot of people are stopping to watch. Dear me, that's loud. We'll probably get another strike now for whatever music that was. Oh, it's a beautiful place here, isn't it? Blowing through. Yeah, it's an idea, isn't it, to build a big three-sided, four-sided display. Might think about that in the future. Imagine that. Create a big three-sided display. So it would be like, my display is about, was it 4 meters long? Is it 4 meters long? So yeah, that'd be interesting, wouldn't it? 12 meters by 2 meters display. Yeah, I will be. Yeah, watch your space. Imagine what stuff I can put on the walls there. Yeah, Ian's. Excuse me, I'm just checking that my battery's still okay. Yeah, I am being charged, which is good. So we've all been invited back to where Mr. Dave Mannell and Andrea, where they're staying. Yeah. There's a few people stopping, you know, like it's the chalk, you know. It's really good. I'm very curious, is this council official or environmental? Yeah. That water is level, not curved. Very good. It's still a big shock. Looking at people's faces, their expressions, and you can see, you know, like, what, Earth is flat? They think Earth is flat. Oh, he's quiet, he's not vocal today, is he, Dave? Why is he not shouting away?
I saw someone with a NASA t-shirt. I'm waiting. You just reminded me. Easy. And then I'll be walking around the place. They'll get home with me. Just have me on the jack over me. Yeah. I thought he was just being nice. Yeah. So, yeah, this is all backwards. I did talk about focus on yesterday.
You figured out the connection? No. So it's all about what lies and what truth are we being told in the world today. I mean, do we really trust our government? Do they tell us the truth? Pharmaceutical industry and all that, do they tell us the truth, or are they lying to us? How far does it go? Yeah, because I mean, a few years back, I believed everything that I was told. You know, that was on the news. Just believed everything. I had no reason to doubt it. I'm sure they were telling us the truth about 9/11, for instance. I believed the narrative, but never made sense. You know, these two buildings that would implode and fall down by themselves. That never made sense. I don't know if you know about Building 7. You know, on the 9/11. So there was a third building that collapsed as well. It never got hit. The other buildings never landed on top of it, but that actually collapsed as well. And when they actually did their full report, you know, on 9/11, they never even mentioned it. Kept it all quiet. Yeah, which tells me that there's definitely a conspiracy going on there. Yeah. With what's just happened with COVID and that, there's so much happening today. It's what, and look out for the next so-called false flags. You know, like, so what else is going to be next? They've just been talking about that when the ice melts, you know, like in Antarctica and that, once all that melts, that it's going to be releasing more viruses. More microbes, more viruses. That was just on a news report on the Mail. It was probably the Mail on Sunday, I think it was. You know, like, which there's something else for us all to fear now. Well, all right. Well, there you go. So His answer was best not to think about it. Well, it's probably some truth there. Best not to think about it. Yes, but we need to know and understand what's actually going on so that we can learn from it. Oh, it's a shame Ian hasn't got his... It looks like he's having a great conversation there, but it's a shame he hasn't got a camera, some record, but I don't really want to just poke my camera in there.
No, I don't know. I've seen videos of breatharians, and I know people that know breatharians.
Yeah, right. I don't know if you heard a little bit of that conversation. They were talking about breatharians. I've heard of such a people. You know, sounds very extraordinary. And how long can you become? Can you be a breatharian? You know. All right. You all right, mate? So, has she gone in and told you all about it? Has she?
Now, I'm just questioning what the Freemasons has got to do with it.
Oh, right. Okay, goes back along.
Well, my dad's mate, so he's got 3 Freemasons. He's been told.
How high up was he?
He never said.
No.
No.
Because
my dad was he's a self-employed bloke, and he had mates who tried to get him into the Freemasons. So
yeah, because I imagine people, you know, like that that I know, and that if they're in the Masons and that, they're not high up enough to know what's going on. You know.
I've never.
Yeah, but if they ever want to try and give you a funny handshake and all that, just say no. Say, Dad, tell them to go away.
It was more the fact that my dad's mate said, "Oh, the Freemasons will help you. We can any debt you got, we can help you." So my dad's like, "I don't want any of that."
Right.
Assistance.
Yeah, and it can be quite forceful to get you in as well.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just.
Another thing as well. Just reading. Have you ever read a book called Chariots of the Gods?
I haven't. No.
It's done by a German scientist or a German researcher called Erich von Däniken.
Okay.
It's a book done back in the 70s.
Right.
And it was a book about. I mean, what's your view on extraterrestrial life?
I believe that they may be, now remember, maybe, but not in the sense of where you think they may be coming from.
No, I mean...
I don't think they come from outer space.
So, my theory, I mean, it's a silly one to say.
Go on.
But my theory is that, obviously, this book, if you ever get a chance to come across it, is that the book makes you... It gives you the evidence to show you that there's stuff here that isn't quite right. Like, with the human... With the sort of the evolution of human, we've gone through that.
Right, okay.
And
so they tell us.
So it's a really weird one. So there's evidence out there. I mean, stuff to do with Egyptology. I mean, I'm a massive fan of Egyptology, but there's stuff out there that have like hieroglyphics of people that don't look like people in spaceman suits.
Right. Okay. I think I've seen such pictures and things.
And there's also stuff like the. Have you ever heard the Peruvian lead bar?
No.
Lead pole?
No.
So in the jungles back in the 1960s, there was a lead pipe or lead pole found in the jungle, which is one of the clearest lead poles that they found.
Right.
And this is actually mentioned in the book. And when people tried to replicate the lead, they couldn't get it as pure as what this pole was at.
Oh wow.
Ground.
Okay.
There's stuff like they've had evidence of like finding the batteries in like the 1920s.
Yeah.
That batteries didn't exist.
Yeah.
So finding batteries like that, and this is what goes back to this sort of cycles that we as humans have been through this constant cycle of. We've been through this evolution before, and something's catastrophic. It's caused us to basically restart again.
Right. Okay. So. What people are looking into at the moment are things like we've had so many resets, which kind of falls into what you're saying. They call some of these resets mud floods.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've come across them. Mud floods in Tartaria and things like that. So they're suggesting that our history's been manipulated, and that like we don't. So we're told.
So there's only recorded history. I'm one of these guys. I'm an atheist myself.
Okay. Well, can I just challenge you on one thing on that? Okay. I'm an agnostic.
Okay.
Okay, I think it is, and I'm not, no offense to you, but I think it is silly to believe in a God as it is to not believe. I think we don't know either way.
I mean, I'm an atheist because of the fact that I believe the Bible is, and this is going to sound very difficult, but I believe the Bible is stories of like people's accounts.
Okay.
And I believe
and supposedly created by the Freemasons.
Yes. Yeah, but I also believe as well that Jesus was not a magician, but he was led people on to believe more than what they thought out.
Okay, but again, they're your thoughts and beliefs.
Yeah. And that's partly the reason why I don't believe there's an afterlife.
Right. Okay, but I'm just trying to pull you back a little bit, and let's get you on the fence and being agnostic. And only it makes more sense to be an agnostic. Look, we only have to look at life. I don't know if you've see the complexity of your eyeball, for instance. Okay, or an apple seed. Hopefully, you don't believe in the Big Bang Theory. Okay.
I mean, to be honest,
everything that just came from nothing and just went.
Yeah, I mean, no. I mean, I think the universe itself it has to evolve from something to become something else.
Okay.
And like it can't anything like when you put an aspect of like a bang.
Yes.
When you blow something up.
Something's got to come from it.
Something's got to come from it. So it's got to design something, but it can't just be.
They're just giving us magic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it seems silly. So I am of the thought that there is creation. There is creationists. I don't know whether it be one, two, female, aliens. I'm not sure what it is, but there's something. Okay. Our world is too complex. You know, like there's too much going on. You know, like and you know when you break it all down at the micro level, it's amazing. It's fantastic. It's amazing. You know, like just look at them dandelions that you even blow, and you look how amazing that is if you put that under a microscope. And that this wasn't thrown together. So, getting back to putting the Bible aside, because don't forget, like creation, God, the Bible, they're separate issues. You know, like so I'm with you. I actually think that Bible is written by man. It's written by a man. It's a collection of stories. I think there's a lot of good in that Bible, but there's a lot of evil in that Bible as well. There's a lot of stories I don't like. I don't like at all. I find that there's a lot of stories that are wicked. You know, like but there's a lot of good in there as well. You know, like so I suppose it's got a balance there. But to say it's more than one than the other, no. So come back a little bit. Don't. Try not to be an atheist, because I'd like to think that we're all open-minded, you know, and there's room there to be open-minded because of all the things in the world that you don't know about.
Well, no one will never know.
No,
unless there's pinnacle proof of. I mean, people find that stuff coming out of the ground and think, oh, that's from.
There's fact. There's true. There's I get that. Yes.
Christ and stuff.
Yeah. But so, getting back to your aliens. Admiral E. Byrd, I don't know if you come across him.
Yep.
So he went to Antarctica and he said in an interview that there's more land beyond the poles, bigger than America itself. And then there was a Hawaiian map that was discovered in in Tibet, I think it was found and took back to Hawaii or so. So on this map, it shows a flat Earth, but it also shows beyond Antarctica, it shows more islands and more places, and that could be the outer space. Okay, and what would we call them? Aliens? We would call them extraterrestrials. You know, like further on. So you know, in your mind, if Earth was flat, is flat, that's where your aliens would be coming from.
But then, I mean, has anyone... So what's your theory on that then? Do you believe the evidence that they're hiding, like NASA's hiding in regards to, faking space?
Okay, so that's what I do. Not believe, but that's what I know. NASA is hiding something. They are hiding the fact that we never went to space. If you ask me, I was into my Star Trek and all of that, and you could have told me about that NASA's got technology from transporting people from one side of the world to another world, and I'd buy it. Why not? But now No, NASA's only purpose is to deceive us. That's their purpose.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you feel about did we go to the moon? How do you feel about that?
I mean, when Buzz Aldrin first stepped down, no, I don't believe that was real.
Okay.
But I believe that we have, and after that, have
Been to the moon.
been to the
Okay.
moon.
So examine it again with a critical eye.
Okay.
A critical eye, because we've seen even like the International Space Station, we've seen harnesses, we've seen green screens, we've seen people fade in and out as they go around corners, and lots of trickery, lots of camera trickery. And it's the same with what did we have? Was it like six or seven missions to the moon? I think so. I'm not sure how many it was, and no one ever did that. No one did that. Why didn't they do that?
True.
And so obviously you got things like waving flags and funny weird pictures of the astronauts that fall over, that get pulled back, it looks like. Like they say, how did you get up on that?
So the other thing is, right, so when talking context for me, so when you come out at night and you look up in the sky and you see the moon and it's a globe, a round.
It looks sphere, it looks
sphere.
Yeah, but if we see
to an extent there, you can see if you look for a microscope or telescope.
A telescope, yeah.
Not a microscope.
That's okay.
And you look at it, you can tell that in itself, when looking through a telescope, that it's 3D.
Yes. Okay.
So obviously that is round, and you see it as a sphere.
Yeah.
Why then do you believe that? Well, I'm not saying you in particular, but why do flat earthers believe that the Earth have all the planets and stuff that we can see through a telescope is flat?
Just for the very same reason that got a big pointy thing on that marquee. They're both marquees, they're both gazebos, whatever you want to call them, but that one hasn't got a big pointy thing. Just
probably how it's made.
Just because whatever we see up in the sky doesn't necessarily mean to say that that's what we are. And my biggest reason is we see too far.
Yeah.
We see too far. There has to be a mathematical formula that measures the curvature drop.
Yeah.
Okay. So even if it was a ball, imagine a ball, and as I look out, I see horizon at my eye level. But as I go higher and higher and higher and higher, that ball has to drop away at some point.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. The higher you go, the horizon just keeps meeting up to your eye level. Doesn't matter how high you're up, even if you go into low Earth orbit and that, it's still up at your eye level.
Yeah.
So it's meant to drop away, but it doesn't. But however, there has to be a mathematical formula. There is. It's based on Pythagorean's theorem, spherical trigonometry. I don't know the first thing about it, but what I am happy with is that most people that challenge flat earthers and all that, they seem to be happy. They seem to be happy with the numbers of this trigonometry up until the first 1,000 miles or so. But that's okay because we can't see beyond the 1,000 miles because of atmosphere and conditions and stuff. But we see land far too far. I live in a place down Devon in Brixham.
Oh yeah.
I stand there on the pier that comes out. I can stand there. I can get my camera out and I can zoom all the way to Exmouth, and I can see people walking around on the beach in Exmouth, 17.5 miles away. So it's meant to be like see this the height of this building here. And that should be obscuring, with the Earth's supposed curvature. Something about the height of that building should be obscuring the entire beach in water. But I'm there and I can see them. They're there. The White Cliffs of Dover. From Calais, you can see the entirety of the White Cliffs of Dover. You're only meant to see about 50 feet of the highest peak. I think it's like 40 or 50 feet or something of the highest peak. And yet you stand on the beach in Calais and see the entire White Cliffs of Dover. We see too far. That's the short of it. We've got infrared technology now that can cut through all this atmosphere, this thick haze, and see over 200 miles away. We've got images of 400-500 miles away, a lot higher up from plane curvature, but they're there. And a lot of these people who like to fight flat earthers and that, they keep saying refraction. But all of their refraction, on all of the evidence that we've provided and all of this, the refraction always seems to finish at eye level, everywhere, all over the world. All the images that we've presented them and showed them, like, we see too far, and the Earth is, supposedly, what is it, like, I don't know, 70% water or something. Like, what does water do? It lies level and flat. Large bodies of water lies level and flat. It's a big one, flat Earth. I always say, like I just said to your friend before, I said, never believe the madman in the street. I just hope that there's a seed somewhere that people can go away and say, look, I'm just going to investigate. Guys later, just so that you can because the problem is, when I got involved in this about 5 years ago, YouTube was saying, like, oh, here's some more information. Oh, have you seen this one? Have a look at this one. and so they were throwing. Now they've kind of like centered all of this information. And if you type in flat Earth on YouTube, and try it yourself, like you type it in, you'll get all the videos that ridicule flat Earth. And you won't get any of the truth. You won't get no substance. You'll get what they tell us we believe, and we don't believe half the crap they come up with. You get back to work. Cheers, buddy. Oh, there's another guy from O2. Which is that was a nice conversation. He's
So you already understand.
all right. Sven's having a good conversation here. Ian's back into another conversation. See, look at that, hey guys. Plenty of conversations to be had here in Bath. Come on, Harry, get your camera out. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I'd like to be a fly on the wall and just stick my camera in everybody's conversation, but it's I'd say when it's like in Speaker's Corner, you can do that, and people expect you to do that. But you're right. Have you come across anything like this?
I have, yeah. I love the fact that you guys, you part of this.
Yeah.
I love the fact that you guys believe this. I love the guys genuinely.
Okay.
I don't personally, but I love the fact that you do.
Well, I don't do. See, I don't like beliefs. I hate beliefs. Like.
Or follow this. Because I'm not in the Earth.
Yeah.
I just believe it's round for various reasons.
Yes, well, that's the way I was. I believed the Earth was round for 45 years of my life, but I never had any proof.
I like the fact that actually people have alternative points of view.
Yes.
I genuinely, honestly, that's my heart, praise that.
Yeah, oh good.
Right.
Good, because we feel like it's a little bit like the Truman Show sort of thing, the fact that not everything's being investigated. We believe that there's still room for things, like to be challenged, and not everything's all done and rock solid.
So for me, I follow Jesus. Right?
All right, okay.
He changed my life.
Yes.
He set me free. I've seen the healings, miracles. I was depressed, quite severely depressed, but ending things. But
oh, I see.
God broke through.
But
properly broke through. Healed me, restored the foundations of my life.
Good.
So, I can't tell you what he's done with my childhood stuff that's going on.
And how long's all this happened? Like how long ago?
So I started following Jesus in 2001.
Right. Okay.
So.
And things weren't very good before then.
Things weren't very good after then.
Right.
I was pretty frozen. I was really frozen, emotionally frozen.
Yes.
God broke through that in 2017.
Yeah.
I let him in.
Right.
I actually let him in, because there's this whole thing like...
was this with some institution? Was it like a gospel hall?
No, Jesus is king. So.
It was like it was done at home just with you.
Well, I mean, the starting bit was actually in a go-to arena. It gets packed every year with one of the churches pack it out every year.
Okay.
And so at that point I was going. I every day I would get up.
Okay.
Every day I'll get up, and I genuinely wonder why I'll get up. It's like, I don't want to get up, I don't want to do
Yeah.
another day, I can't do another day, but I have to do another day because it's like,
Yes.
my family depends on me, my job depends on me, but I can't live.
So it's all
So it's
becoming too much.
I couldn't live, and I told nobody because I was so
Yeah.
lower,
Yeah.
but I'd never actually gone the whole way because
Yeah.
I never knew how to, because I still kept everything in.
Yeah,
you know.
of course.
I kind of gone, well, you know, I've got Jesus here in my back pocket, see, sorted, you
Yes.
know, I'm done. Like,
Yeah.
It's just complete BS.
Yeah, yeah. So you're an emotional guy, you know, like
Oh yeah.
you are.
Oh yeah.
So, but before you would like,
Yeah, you can't get up, go to work, come back, say hi to your family, play with your kids, that kind of thing,
right?
and just don't want to live.
Yeah.
If you kind of let things out.
Right.
You know, but 2017 I was, and one of the people there said to me, she says, "Hey, I like." And how were you? I was worshipping and then got broke through like an antidepressant that week. It was amazing.
Yeah.
So
that's really
2
fantastic.
seasons later, I sing this one song, which is the lyrics were not out there, but yeah. And I got broke through. Guys, he said, moments, everything lifted.
Yes.
The depression lifted, the suicidal thoughts lifted, everything lifted.
Yeah, yeah.
Broke. I was weeping on the tube the following day, which is a weird thing because in London no one has any emotions at all, I believe.
That's it. Yeah, they're very much blinkered.
I was weeping on the tube in the morning. And then God, about a month later, God, because it's a relationship, right?
Yeah.
It's not like a one-time thing.
Yeah, of course.
Which is the difference between this world
Yes.
and the actual world, where God went, okay,
Yeah.
I've done that for you. Now let's look at what I've actually done for you. And you're like, right, but your foundations of your life are built on death, self-deprecation, all that kind of stuff. We're going to get rid of all that.
Yeah.
So we had, so my wife and I had a year of me going, that meal, I don't like it. I've never liked it.
Yeah.
I just, it's just crap. So that happened loads of times, loads of things.
Yeah.
But it's Jenny, you know,
Yeah,
Jenny, that was 5 years ago. God's good, he's still changing me.
And what about going to work and all of that now? You can cope with it much better now.
Well, I could cope with it before, because I was shut down.
Yeah.
Right? I was just shut down, flatlined.
Gotcha.
But no, I mean...
So you look, guessing on your emotional side, you're not 100% yet, but you're getting there, I guess.
Well, I mean, it's... The reason why I cry is because it's such a massive thing that God did. I mean, when you literally come out from...
Yeah.
You wake up in the morning, you go, I want to kill myself.
Yes.
But here's the day.
Yeah.
And you go to the news and go, I've lost another day.
Yeah.
Crap, I'm still here.
That's it's fantastic. You've had an experience. I love that. It's fantastic.
And then you see people get healed. You see legs grow. You see something rise. You see people,
This is where I you know, when you get I see preachers on the street and supposedly preaching the word of God and all that, and that's what I don't get. It's your stories that you know, like, because it's something that you've experienced yourself, and you can't experience that by some preacher on the street telling you.
You can't. I mean, the thing is, like, people say God is love. It's like, yes, God is love. I didn't hear that for years because I couldn't.
Yeah.
Because you see God is love, you go, actually, if God is love, that means He enjoys me.
Yeah.
That means He likes me.
Yeah.
He's kind to me. And that changed me from being a slave, going, I go to church, I do the right things, I that kind of thing, to someone going, I build the house of God because I love it.
Yeah.
Like, I love church, man.
Yeah.
I love church so much. I love building it because it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It reflects Him. It's so amazing.
Oh, that's brilliant.
So yeah. So back to you. I love the fact this is here.
Yeah.
Because it's an alternative point of view.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm so sick of this narrative that we have to follow.
Right.
Because
we're challenging the narrative.
Yeah,
that's what we're doing. Yes.
I love that because I don't fit the narrative.
Yeah.
Because Jesus doesn't fit the narrative. He never fits the narrative.
Right.
You know.
Well, I'll throw one thing in. you've got a fantastic immune system given to you by God.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
your immune system. It's amazing.
It is,
Now,
yeah.
whatever this bloody nonsense that the government's thrown at us in the last few years, this big C, whatever that is, and all that, I'm telling you, that is rubbish, because God is there. He's looking after you, and you've got this amazing immune system, and just go around, shake everyone's hands, and grab all them germs, them lovely germs. They're there to look after you. You know.
Yeah, no, on that one. So,
So, and that's another narrative. Mainstream news, I guarantee you, it's got problems.
I mean, there's a narrative behind it. I mean, I'm not. For me, from a very personal point of view, the whole WF communism thing.
Yes.
And it is communism.
Yeah.
That sucks.
The WEF, yeah.
Communism doesn't work if you have faith.
Right.
Communism relies on the fact that you have to put your faith in the leaders. If you have faith in the God, they no longer have control over you. Which is why Marxism says you can't have religion.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's a side of it I've not looked into.
Yeah. From a personal point of view, that's not compatible with me.
Right.
It's never going to be.
Yeah,
You
of
know,
course.
And it's very clear from the Bible. God goes, no, if you work hard, you'll get blessed. If you don't work hard, then you're not actually living to your full potential.
Right.
Because He goes, I love you.
Yeah.
I know who you are. Laziness will kill you.
Yes.
Because that's his
Yeah.
He goes, I made you. You're beautiful. You're incredible. If you are lazy, that will kill you.
Yeah.
And so my world is that if you're lazy, you will starve. Hopefully, they'll give you enough of a kick to get some self-respect. To start living to your fulfillment of your life.
Well, they're trying to keep you locked away in your apartments, give you plenty of entertainment, get your home delivery going, and stay there. That's what they want from you.
Yeah. I think there's no coincidence why the Chinese have got TikTok.
Right, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, they're literally analysing your face expressions and to keep you engaged.
Yeah.
Pleasure talking to you.
No, and you too. Come here. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's really good to speak to you. Yeah.
So it sounds odd. Can I play blessing on you? Is that all right?
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah, of course you can. But I must tell you though, I am an agnostic. You know, like I think of all I think everybody should be an agnostic. You know, like unless you've actually experienced something, whereas you have. You know, and I get that, you know, like I get the fact that you've experienced something, you know, that's not something that you can pass on to someone else, but feel free. Feel free.
So I'll tell you, the best miracle I've seen, right, I was in hospital with a broken leg, probably based mountain biking, clever and there was a guy in the corner of our ward, he was in agony.
Yeah.
I overheard the guy saying to the nurse, I need some more morphine, and the nurse went, I can't have any more. Giving you as much as we can give you, sorry. You just have to wipe this out.
Yes.
And so I had my leg kind of up to there, the plaster, and broken 2 places.
Yeah.
And so I hobbled over, went, I've got my leg broken. Then hobbled over. So I hobbled over. And I went, mate, can I pray for you?
Yes.
He went, yeah. In fact, it's her office he was saying yes just so I can just go away.
Yeah.
So I literally said these words, I said, be healed in Jesus' name. Immediately the pain ceased.
Wow.
He burst into tears.
Yeah.
It was an amazing thing. Like, it turned out that a horse had sat on him. And he tried to steal a horse, and the horse had come down his back.
Yes.
So completely
And he's had pain for a long time.
No, he gone to hospital that day.
Oh, so it's all happened the same day, is it? Wow.
It's the same day. He gets healed straight from he gets healed like that.
Wow.
And more things like touched pain.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to pray for your experience.
Yeah, definitely.
In Jesus' name, what's your name, friend?
Jason.
In Jesus' name, I just got to pray. Jason will have an experience with you, God. So I ask you to fill him in Jesus' name. I ask you to fill him with peace in Jesus' name. Thank you, God, that you love Jason. You know his past, you know his present, you know his future. You know his heart that seeks. In Jesus' name, thank you, God, that you seek him and he'll find you. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus.
Lovely. Well, thank you for that.
What are you feeling? Anything different?
Maybe not from that, but I feel the warmth from you.
Come on. You ask him, seriously. You ask him.
Yeah.
Just literally, just go, God, if you're real, I want to know you. Show me.
Well, it depends
We'll
You play that
see.
every day for fun.
We'll see.
Yeah.
What was your name?
Johnson.
Jonty. It's nice, really nice talking to you. Thank you. Ah, there you go. I've been blessed again. But he's a nice chap. It's good to see. Sorry, I don't know. Lost connection there a bit. I must remember not to go too far close to the buildings over there. Yeah, so he's very emotional. He only has to think about God in tears. And yeah, no, I've I don't dismiss that for a second. That's the second time I've been blessed. But if that makes them feel good about themselves, that's okay with me. I don't feel anything either way, other than as in, if I could describe it, warmth, the fact that someone out there feels the way that they feel, like, so I'm not sure how to describe that. But I've just been blessed again.
You've been what?
I've been blessed.
How so?
So let me just go back. A chap just put his hands on me and blessed me.
Oh, you've been blessed like that?
I've always...
really blessed?
Properly blessed.
Like, really blessed?
Yes.
How do you feel? Do you feel blessed?
He was... I feel blessed in this world, yeah. Yes, I do, but not in the sense of... yeah. But, he's a very emotional guy, and he's a very depressive nature, and he's brought God into his life. He feels that he's had a connection with God. And it's probably done him the world of good, because it looks as though if he didn't have God in his life, things would be a different.
And I have no qualms with people believing what they want to believe, but I think what we're on about is appealing to people's consciousness. The parameters are far wider than what we've been told. It's okay to question stuff and think about it.
Yeah.
That's all it is. We're not trying to force our opinions on people.
No, but that's what I just said to matey then. I mean, it's when you've got the preacher on the street, and I have a little problem with that. I don't think that. Well, for me, I don't think that's the right way to go about it. But having a chat with someone like that on a one-on-one, that's the way to go about it if they're going to do that.
Not my God's better than your God.
Yeah, we've just heard that. Yes.
Yeah,
no, that's right. But anyway, so yeah, that was. I don't know if you.
Lisa's getting on with her reading there.
Oh, here we go. Oi, what's wrong with Nada? Yeah, she's getting on with it. Yeah, sorry guys, for still can't read any of your chatting, your texts and that. But thank you very much, and for those who have donated towards the support for petrol and oh god, I had a heart attack filling that thing up today. But anyway. So that's been done, and Sven's got accommodation in Cardiff tonight, so we're going to finish here. We're going to go back to Dave's and Andrea's and have a nice cold drink at their place, and they're pretty good. And then we'll make our way to Cardiff and drop Sven off. And me and Harry will find somewhere to park up for the night. So looking forward to that. But yeah, so just to thank you anyway. I've seen some great copy /GlobeLi. I think it's that, something like that. But thank you very much. Really do appreciate that. It will make this trip so much easier if we don't have to worry about where the next bit of fuel is coming from and accommodation for Sven. Yes, I've been I must keep away from the buildings. Yeah. So I was just about to sweep round with these two. They were all looking. I'm just curious, but yeah, you guys can talk about God. It's. I find it's a subject that's part of all of this. I do get that. It's you know like it should be there on the board. You know, like maybe the Bible or a church, or I don't know. But yeah, it's I do see that it's a big part of all of this. But I think what it is, and don't quote me on it. My problem with it is that aren't too favourable to mankind. Can't remember what they are. God, it's been a long. I read the parts of the Bible. I was given a Bible. It's kind of weird. I grew up with a Bible, because my mum was a Sunday school teacher. So we always had the Bible in the house, and I imagine, that I did grow up. I can't remember, but I was taught lots of things that were in the Bible that have eluded me, and I've forgotten all about it. Them days were a long, long time ago. I think most of my experiences of what's in the Bible and that are probably what's been on mainstream film, the bad parts. So he's
Point the direction in which you're spinning. If you think we're spinning, tell me how fast we're spinning. If you know we're spinning faster than the speed of sound, but you cannot take but any measure. Jesus will lie to you when you are 6 years old.
it takes a lot of confidence to do what Dave does, but he does it so natural, doesn't he?
Created for you and you and I. You and I verse in the universe. But they only want people to think in a single hive mind, one world government powers that want still control of our bodies. Because you are the child of God, the Son of God. You are God, incarnated. Nice. You're going to finish with Master Lies or Master... Yeah. I love... Yeah.
You come across this before?
No.
No. Huh? Well, we have been here before. I think we were. It might have been 2-3 years ago. You're from Bath, are you?
No, I'm not from this area.
You're not.
Like 2 hours away.
Well, go on. Whereabouts is that?
Winchester.
No, we haven't done Winchester. Is it? How big is it? Is it big as Bath or?
It's very small.
It's small. It is. Right. Yeah, because we like to have a little bit of footfall. All right. expect have some sort of council official come round and say, you can't do that. You're doing something that I have not approved of. He's fantastic, isn't he?
Insane globe invented by the religion, by the way. Yes, science today is nothing more based on theory, based on hypothesis, based on conjecture and mathematics. This is not science. You are all scientists. You can test whether your bath is too hot or too cold. You can test whether it's raining or the atmosphere is warm. And it's a hot day or a cold day. You cannot test outer space. You cannot test rocks floating in space. You cannot test gas giants 93 million miles away. Going to be burning for 4 billion years. You cannot test that slime will become a fish, will become a land animal, will become a dinosaur, and then an asteroid, and then marsupials become monkeys, become man. That's demeaning of you and demeaning of your Creator. Because your Creator designed you perfectly. Your Creator has the power to come here in 8 billion different avatars and have an experience. The intention of that experience is unclear. However, that experience has been harpooned. It has been misled. And the lies of religion, and the lies of government and monarchy, and the lies of heliocentrism that you come from a big bang, and that monkeys eventually gave birth to man, those lies are demeaning you, those lies are diminishing you, and guess what? Most of you just go along with it like willing sheep. Willing sheep because your parents and your grandparents were indoctrinated into a system that stripped them of their sovereignty. It stripped them of their divine right to be self-ruling. It stripped them of their divine right to a share of the natural wealth of this world. You can blame banking, you can blame the royals, you can blame religion if you want to, but ultimately it's your consent, because God gave you the power to carry your own crown, your own corona which has been stolen, your own crown which has been taken. Did they not take it in 2020? Did they not say you can no longer think for yourself? You must stay home for 3 weeks or 3 months. We'll decide. We'll have a Christmas party at Downing Street, but you may not party because you cannot think for yourself. You are not your own master. If I can put a mask on your face, that makes me your master. That makes me your master. If you happily put a face bandage on in 2020, you are no longer in control of your own ship. Our great Creator made us perfect. Our immune system is designed to handle being in crowds. Surprise, surprise, 2 years ago, you would have all been frightened of each other. Why? Because the propagandist at the BBC told you to be frightened. That's why. Why do we go to war with other countries? Because the propagandists at CNN will tell you you have an enemy. Well, the only enemy is within. The only enemy is within you and in your mind. So if I can control your mind using government, governmental, governed mind, if I can use the TV, if I can use social media, do you not think that I'm going to do all of these things to continue exercising the slavery that your great-grandparents experienced? I can continue that slavery without ever putting a chain on you. I will fine you, I will penalize you, I will put you into a day prison called school, and I will conform you. I will squeeze you into a believer of my science. A believer in this idea that we are so insignificant, just specks further from the truth. You are the center of the wheel. You are the hub. You are the Christ. If God exists, then God exists. God has to be within each of us. And your religion doesn't want you to know that. Brian's cock doesn't want you to know that. Brian Cox is a religious deceiver, no better than any of the others. The idea that you come from monkeys and that this is it, devolved planet from Alex, cultivate I am. No way. The truth and the life, and no one comes to me. So you will not find your creator unless you find it within yourself. Unpick the troll, Darwinian capitalism system.
Oh, Lisa's on. It's I think it's tied down still, yeah. Yeah. Right, wind's just starting to pick up a little bit. But I'm okay as well.
That's how so as I come down the mountain, I'm getting a parallel lake.
Yeah. Hold on, Dave. When we talk softly, I think we'll reach people a whole lot easier. Of course, Dave is oh. I think Ian's been, he's captured someone for a long time. Well done, Ian. Did it for my other phone. I've got two phones. I'm actually picking back off another phone. Let's see what that's like. 5G. Sorry guys, hope that might be okay now. To have my 5G phone turned off for some reason. So hopefully that might be a bit better. Yes, apparently I've been streaming in 3G. 3 and 4G. Yeah, it should be better. Fingers crossed. I'll have to keep an eye on that. Yeah, probably lost a few people in me trying to sort that out, but yeah, apologies for that. Yeah, thank you, Ricardo. Yeah, what it is, I've got a 5G phone here. Problem is, in this sort of weather, it keeps overheating. So I'll just use it as a hotspot and go from one phone to the other. Well done. Harry's having a bit more of a technical conversation. So he's put his camera away and he's still awesome.
FaceTime because we know that mass doesn't track mass, so they have to modify it, and that's why FaceTime came in 7 years ago. So that works. It's instant. Well, we have to do every test that we think of.
It's really good. I love listening to people as I walk past, but I can't stop at every conversation. Yeah, right, Sam. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. You will own nothing. Yes. That's what they say.
Yeah. Yes, that's what he says. You'll own nothing and you'll be happy. Oh, I wish you guys would be, you'd enjoy this, you know. I'm afraid I always enjoy it more when I put my phone down and I can just wander about and be myself. But it's always hard being on camera and trying to talk to people at the same time. I never enjoy it, but I let you guys always have about 3 hours and then I'll have the last hour to myself. I took that picture. This is a banner that I put together about, probably about 5 years ago. 4 years ago, 5 years ago. And I thought it was odd, because this is a snapshot from the TV. What was odd about it was you could see the Earth going kind of that way. You know, like you could see, but the Terminator line was in the wrong place. You can barely see it. It's a bit old and dirty in that. But the Terminator line of the Earth, you could see it through the. Well, you can't really see it, can you now?
It's all CGI. They don't consider the logic. Do they?
It's all CGI.
It's all CGI, and the thing is they think our logic centres are shut down,
right,
and that we're primarily emotionally driven creatures.
Well, I believed in all of this to be, you know, like I didn't have a problem with NASA, I didn't have a problem with moons or space or anything. Didn't have a problem with none of it. I bought into the lot of it. But little things like that. I worked out what the temperatures were in the different layers of our atmosphere and that.
Sure, yeah. Because logically, it's got to be it's got to logically work out, isn't it?
Yeah.
Logically calculate.
Yeah, so like if it's meant to be this hot, like and aluminium melts at that, and titanium melts at that. How is this meant to be in the in the thermosphere or the exosphere? Well, definitely in the thermosphere. How is that meant to be there? I mean, if the temperatures are that high,
I sometimes I think kids normally do this, but when I was a kid and they said that the Earth rotates, I always thought, well, if you want to fly over there, why don't you just fly up and then wait for the Earth to turn and then come back down?
That makes sense. the bloke, what was it, Felix Baumgart, when he did his jump, he went, was it New Mexico or something? He went so far up. There's not meant to be any atmosphere that is tagged with him because there's, went higher than an atmosphere. And like, of course, when the Earth is meant to be rotating 1,000 miles an hour underneath and then he lands about 50 miles away, hang on, something's not quite right there. Because it's like, because what their argument is that, oh no, our atmosphere is like somehow velcroed, and goes along with the Earth. Well, I've been a sailor, I've done windsurfing and all that, and I know our atmosphere comes in so many different directions. It's not velcroed. What are you talking about? Sorry, I keep bumping into you.
I spent time in a Chinese cell.
Okay.
Long story, but I was there with a guy who was in there for 360 days. It was a whistleblower for America.
Yeah.
And they were hitting him with the slow and soft. The soft and slow, they hit him with the quick and the hard.
Yeah.
And he survived that. So he was over there for 9 years without a passport. Long story, he uncovered the Panama accounts of the higher ups.
All right, okay, yeah.
But anyway, he said, he was saying he served in the Navy.
Yes.
In his younger times.
Yeah.
And he'd always believed the sphere.
Yeah.
And he said, when I was a bit older, I always laughed off the flat Earth, and he said I added some weed. And he started thinking, and it was like it wasn't adding up to his empirical the empirical.
So he's got time on his hands to do some critical thinking.
Yeah, well, actually, we were in there, and he said, "Let's knock it out. Let's
Oh wow!"
But anyway, he said. Yeah. It's 22 miles is when you're supposed to. The 22 miles is when the curve kicks in.
Is that what it's meant to do?
Yeah. And when he was at sea, he was seeing islands that were clearly
a long way away.
Yes. Above 22 miles. They should be going. I mean, everything. Clouds should be.
It's even lighthouses. Lighthouses. Should be seeing them.
Yeah, the horizon should be white because the clouds are going around.
Yeah.
The horizon. You should see nothing. Why do you see blue on the horizon?
Yeah.
Is it because it's a curve?
Yeah.
But we're living on a ball, and you don't see the white. Either side is blue there.
So how long did you two have to knock this out?
No. He told me that story. We didn't really. But he was telling me that because of his Navy background, he'd been at sea for ages.
Yes.
And of course, when you're young, you don't.
Well, they fire these missiles based on laser technology that's meant to be line of sight, and they can fire these missiles 100 miles away based on line of sight.
And also, the pyramids are supposed to be geosynchronized.
Yeah, synchronized with.
Synchronized. So, and if you fire a laser, it's just going to keep going in the direction. So, if these points are like the same. Same height.
Yeah. So the pyramids of Giza, I don't know if you come across this. They're perfectly aligned with Orion's belt. Okay, but not only that, you take the formula of the speed of sound, the speed of light, and you take that, put it into Google, coordinates, and it comes up with the pyramids of Giza. Or it's actually just a little smidge off, but I just think that's amazing, and there's definitely something to that when they've been pretending to design in our world, our heliocentric model, they've actually put in little Easter eggs like that.
Gematria.
Is that what it is?
Gematria is the study. I think the
numbers and that.
Study of numbers. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
But they're always like referencing their numbers anyway, aren't they?
They are.
Certain numbers, like what is it, like 666 or something? It's, like,
It's everywhere.
yeah.
It's absolutely everywhere.
But again, if you plan it up front, if you code it up front,
Yeah.
you can just insert it everywhere.
Yeah. No. And obviously your 33s are everywhere. And
Yeah. Indeed.
All right. So do you live in Bath?
No, it's not. But I saw that Dubai.
Oh right.
Shoot.
That was kind of like, I think it was the first ever film that I had watched. Out at Dubai, 200 Proofs. I watched about 15 minutes or so, 20 minutes of it, went to bed and said, oh, it's a load of rubbish. I can't believe that nonsense. And I sat there for the next few hours just staring at the ceiling. Staring at the ceiling, and it was just bugging the hell out of me, it was.
Because it's empirical, you think, well, I do see. That's what they've seen though, right?
Yeah. No, I went downstairs, finished the film off, and a light bulb went off in my head, and then I was on my quest of searching everything, researching a lot, you know. But back then it was a little bit easier to find information.
But what's odd is when he says that the UN and on the top government, they're using that flat Earth.
Yeah.
What's it called? And the other thing I used to think was, if it's a sphere, why China or Japan to America must be nothing if it's a ball? Like Pac-Man. It's a bit like Pac-Man, right?
Yes.
It's like Pac-Man. You go out that side, you come out this side, right?
Yeah.
So, like, Japan to America must be nothing, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's all about the shapes that they've kind of stretched them, haven't they? You know, like, whereas if you put them all down at the equator, it's meant to be all the same proper size.
It is a bit transformative, isn't it?
Well, that's what they've done. They've totally manipulated. But here's the thing. I mean, like, even though they manipulated that much to make a sphere, they went along with it with all the footage of what a sphere is meant to look like in space. You know, and they went along with it, and like it doesn't kind of like mathematically fit. Not for what they're telling us it is. If you put all these land masses and put them together on the equator, they're meant to be a true size rather than this stretch size what they've done.
Do you follow the Bible's account at all? The firmament. The firmament model.
I have a problem with the word belief. Okay, so I want to stick with. I feel as though that we've taken our red pill. We've come out of the belief system. You know, like, and but some of us we're still holding on to that word, that belief. And I want to stick with. I don't know, or I know, or I suspect maybe. You know, like that side. But belief, no. They can get to hell with that. They can have their belief. So when we talk about, you know, like the belief, the firmament and things like that, I don't know. I'm going to stick with that. I don't know. I'd be comfortable with it, and I have to be comfortable.
Because another interesting thing is when you shine light on a sphere, you'll get gradients of darkness around the edges.
Yeah.
But when you look at the moon, it's just a flat light.
Yes.
It's a flat light. You can't see anything.
It doesn't make sense, does it?
When you shine a light on a sphere, you know, the concentration will be on the top. They're complete. Actually, it's complete reprogramming.
Yes.
And it's simulation. Actually, all this, what they're telling us, is for us to simulate it and believe it. It's the simulation, really.
Well, I think that's that's the propaganda of our education, and that to simulate this nonsense. Yes. Yeah.
And it's serious nonsense. It's serious nonsense.
Yeah, I think so. We've been trying to be a little bit more subtle because when I first went out doing this, and these were my banners to begin with, and they've been passed on to someone else. I was surprised to see them here today. We started trying to be a little bit more subtle. I don't know if you've seen this one here. So we wanted to talk about it and bring it down, be a bit more subtle, and get to there, but from here. From this discussion, you know, like rather, but it's been fascinating because I've found out today, because these banners have been here, that most people warm to these right away and they want to ask questions about them. You know,
this is clear. This is the big.
It is. It's the biggest lie.
It is the biggest.
Yes, it's the biggest lie. This is all kind of connected somewhere, you know, but that's the biggest lie. You know.
I've been researching this for years, though.
That's really good.
I've been researching it for years. I got into like red ice to begin with.
Red Ice?
Red Ice Creations.
I don't know. Oh, I see. It's a
They were like-
YouTube channel, is it?
It was. They have their own website built there on BitChute. Now they're not that good, but and Cesario, I was getting into like Michael Cesario. Do you know Cesario as well?
No, I don't know.
He's some of it is like because it's always like there's one true line, but you can be in the centre looking at
Yes.
you know what I mean. They can lead you to outside the circle.
Yes.
But there's only one true.
Yeah. So I got my eye on the security as well.
Because they'll be like.
Yeah, well, they've got to have some bloody damn good reasons.
Because I have to go anyway. But anyway, it was good talking to you.
Yeah, no, it's really good talking to you.
It's
What's your name? First
Neil.
name? Neil. Jason. It's really nice talking to you.
You too, and yeah, it's nice to see the word getting out, even though you've got some resistance.
Yeah, we've got some resistance. Cheers then. Oh well. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be okay. There's always someone here trying to flex their muscles. Yeah. Ian's there again. Well done, Ian. Oh, I need some more water. I'm parched. Parched. Oh, let's get in there. I spotted some water in here. Oh. Right, I'm my second bottle. I've been doing good. So, if you bear with us. So we're going to see what the authorities are saying. They want to try and shut us down. Oh, I can't even open me.
They wait 2 hours to then get her to remove it. And they're saying it's private, even though it's owned by the council. I thought the council's public.
Can you hold that for a second? Just hold it. I just want to do my bottle.
Yeah. Where's this pointing, me or you?
It's pointing at your hand. Thank you. That's all right. Yeah, so that's what they've asked to move the chalk. No. Have they asked you to move it or?
Well, I'm going to photograph it beforehand.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, they want to remove it, but I think there's some negotiation going on.
I was going to say, doesn't the weather do that?
Well, of course the weather will do that. The thing is, I've proved it and I've shot it before and nobody said anything.
Yeah. Right, no, you're allowed to chalk. Yeah. That's what the weather's for, isn't it? Hey? That's what the weather's for, isn't it? The rain? Oh, someone else told you to come down, did they? Who was that? Was that your boss?
They suggested that needs to go, just out of interest.
Our office.
Sorry?
Someone in our office.
So your office, there's a camera up there watching this though? Or someone reported it back?
Walking around from our office.
And they're reporting it back, are they? Oh, right, so they're reporting down that someone's recording something.
So if I phone the council, will they?
Don't worry so much, Lisa. Yeah.
They want us to get rid of it.
Yeah.
No, they're going to get rid of it as soon as they've done. It's a shame. Take a picture of these, or just sit on it and don't let them touch it. They're going to have to move you.
That's it.
But you can take all that stuff. You can take all your stuff. As soon as it's done, we'll do it again.
The thing is, I've shot in Bath before and the authority knew I was doing it and let me do it.
Yeah.
I don't believe you do have to get rid of it.
No,
I'd like to see the law on graffiti and what it comes under, because I don't think it's graffiti.
Well, whatever you want to do, Lisa, we're here to back you up.
If you don't want to do it, mate, we'll do a human chain round it.
Yeah. We will not be bullied.
Well, I don't see any rush really.
No,
I don't see any harm.
So when you're drawing something and then wiping it.
They're just bored. They don't know what they're
No, I understand. Listen, mate.
The kids like it.
Good.
That's what you're dealing with. Free society, my arse.
Are they going to get rid of this? Well, they're just going to get rid of that because it makes more sense to get rid of it. Right.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. I mean, if they want to go around cleaning it, that's.
But the question is absolutely disgusting.
you are the center. I owe you. I'm the government. There might be some.
Just to let you know, we're only here for another hour. Okay. Or two. Yeah.
Are you standing there now waiting for her to get rid of that?
Yeah, so that's a little bit of controversy for today, and I think we are not going to comply. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, you carry on, Lisa. Well done. Yeah. I guess you can. I mean, like. Yep. Well, you should do, shouldn't you, eh? You should have a bit of paper in there. You haven't. Well, I thought you'd been through this before in Glastonbury. That's not offending. No, yeah. So this is a Bath City Marshal business improvement. Yeah. So we're going to keep close by. Oh, right, so they've got, they've got jet wash. Ah. So how about that, eh? So they're waiting for... Well, I think it's a waste of taxpayers' money because they're going to have to hang on for an hour.
But not like uniform. Yeah, I know. And the guy, I understand. I don't think the guys really want to be doing it anyway.
No.
I think they do, Harry. I think they want to do.
I'll tell you what, Ian, we've got this good cop, bad cop thing opportunity, haven't we? Very well done.
Right.
Oh, I am.
So that it does me. Yeah. Well, we'll keep an eye out. Wait for them water guns to come out, and we'll have to make a shield. Hey, yeah. And just to let you know where the camera is. You know where it is, don't you? The camera. That one there.
That one just
there. It is here. Oh dear. Authoritarians getting their poke in their nose in. Right. Well, I think they've got a long wait. It's going to take a little while for us to finish this. It's just their way of, not these guys, but whoever their bosses are, bullying tactics, isn't it? I just heard Sam over there talking about gas pressure. Very good. Oh, are they backing up? Going away for a bit? Oh, damn. Look at this. So I think... I think you'll be okay for a bit, Liz.
Yeah, it'd be a bit boring standing there.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you take your time. You take your time. Awesome, eh? Might have just won a small battle there. And imagine later on, I mean, look at the state of the place everywhere. And they see chalk and they're freaking out. And yet you see all these chewing gum and bird crap and litter everywhere, you know. But they see a bit of chalk and they freak out. And I think you'll probably find that someone's offended at how dare someone say the earth is flat. You know. Oh, that wind's blowing again.
Got some wind coming up.
Yeah, just it's hanging on in there.
Oh, well, that was a nice conversation with the water, the cleaning. It's important to try and deal with these folks friendly, because otherwise it does get into a bit of a fracas, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not at all, see, that's why I only do quick and dirty artwork, because I don't care if they wash it away.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I lambasted a woman in South Africa. I'd written something on the beach walkway, and she came past and poured water on it. Well,
Right.
she was a quarter of a mile away, and I was still yelling at her down the beach.
Yeah, I mean, like,
that was perfect. I'm laconic. They wash it. If they don't, they don't. They seem to have gone away with their washing cards. So I don't know if they've just decided that more important things to wash.
I did tell mate, I said, look, we'll be gone in an hour or two, so, you know, come back then. Yeah. Oh, here we go. There's Mr. Bossman. Or is it just more security, probably?
Yeah. I'm feeling like, for me, I haven't yet got the kind of the buzz. And I know it's because I'm not really watching any social media or much YouTube at all, but I haven't got the buzz for the Globe Light Tour. Like, I haven't felt the buzz out there like 2018, where people were very much more excited about that.
Yeah, I think there was a big build up to that, and there was...
No, but I think not only that.
We were involved in so many different channels, and we involved so many different people. We did, and so this is so small
by comparison. But I also think people have lost their verve for some of it. I'll be honest. I think that a lot of those early pioneers have lost their steam.
Yes.
The newcomers haven't somehow followed us and been multiplied. That there were more Jasons and me's and more Svens that were, also collaborating.
You've got what's his name? Ross Heslip. I don't know if you come across him. He's he wants to do an activism day. So he's bought his own banners and that, and he wants to do an activism day end of August sometime.
Okay. Whereabouts?
I think that's meant to be in Newcastle.
I thought you were just about to say Bournemouth.
Yeah. But no. The good news is that there are people out there, that are trying to do things, like.
Oh, there are absolutely people trying to do things.
Very good. That's the latest one, isn't it?
That's the latest one.
Are you a blue dot? Oh, right. And I like that because. Yeah, very good.
Got a box of them in my bag, so we can have them for the duration of the tour. Thank you, Dave Rice.
There you go, Dave. See, at the moment I've got a phone in one hand and I've got a bottle in the other, and it's to hand any leaflets, cards out. It's almost impossible. But when I start filming, I will hand some cards out. Just starting to run out with cards myself. I've still got a couple of boxes left, I think.
Go that way. That way. Come on, sit down here.
You know what it is? It's trying to justify your job when you've got nothing better to do, isn't it? That's what's going on here. This is what we did in Torquay. We just literally put our banners round, floated them all over the place we did. And it's highly effective. People stopped from all over. It's really good. I suppose the chalk does exactly the same. It is. Of course it is. You can't prove one iota that you live on a ball earth. You can't prove it. You might have seen it on telly, CGI. Anyone done photoshopping or any media CGI work at school and college or something?
I have done CGI.
Yeah. So you understand what the techniques are. That it's easy to manipulate people's minds and believe stuff. Easy.
Yeah.
I've watched Superman. You've seen The Incredible Hulk. It's not real. So you have to agree with me there. I do like my old signs. I'm almost tempted to ask Dave if I can borrow them for the duration. Yeah. Kind of like, I could do with having them on the back side of the sign. Yeah, I might ask him. And you can have them back later at the end. Yeah, I don't think he might not need them for the next 10 days, so that'd be. I'll have to ask them. I had the 2.0 version of these from the Global Euro tour. I put them in the shed and that, and when I got them out, it had all black rot on them, so I didn't want to clean them up and that. I just binned them. They don't cost a lot. Yeah, it's been a few.
The people that I've spoken to are all awake to the vaccine scam. They're all awake to it. They don't know what to do or what to say or where to say it.
Yeah.
And I think you were right with that.
Yeah.
I think you were right. I didn't want you to be right because I wanted to go straight
into flat Earth. Yeah.
But it's a double-headed coin, right? Because the two people I said say they're not flat earthers.
Yeah.
They understand that.
They get that.
They get some of that. A lot
Yeah.
of that.
Yeah.
Can't quite go into that flat earth. And there's a lot that aren't going to be able to take.
But there is a bridge from that to it. There is.
Yeah.
You know.
Even though you take them over the bridge.
Yeah.
They're still staying.
Yeah. I know. But having said that, I'm going to ask Dave if I can borrow these for the next 10 days and put them on the back side of it.
For sure, mate.
Because it's still got a place here, hasn't it?
They are relevant as hell.
Yeah.
And I wish I was doing the whole tour, Jess. I wish I was doing it all.
I know.
Get it.
Yeah. It's only because you haven't bought yourself a motorhome yet. You buy yourself a motorhome.
Don't get much in my panniers, that's what it is.
Create a bit of, like comfort.
Then get it sponsored.
And then, yes.
Where have I seen this?
It's funny because I was only talking to Sven about, like the next. I think if I was to do another one, I've got to get my hands on a bus, big double-decker bus. Bedrooms up top and
something like that, mate.
Galley and kitchen down below, and then just a complete wrap. It doesn't have to be an expensive bus, $5-6 grand or something, just enough that that we might get away with not pushing it.
It would be nice.
Yeah.
I mean,
love to get that on the
man,
streets.
I don't know why we don't have a welfare benefactor that can pay for this full time.
Oh God,
I mean, honestly,
I'd be out full time. Yeah, of course I would.
Well, is it Tuesday today? Lottery. National. I've done it.
I know.
If I win,
yeah, if you win,
I'll pay for you to do
come on,
it.
guys, you lot, or every one of you, go and do the lottery tonight.
Yeah, this sort of thing does need a constant thing. It needs to be everywhere all the time.
Yes.
It just does. It needs to be a focal point for everyone.
Yeah. All right, I'm really spoken to you.
It's okay. It's
You
okay.
all right?
Yeah.
How's
Doing good.
things?
How's you?
Yeah, no, it's been. It's like Ian he was just saying there, because we were in two minds with these banners here, whether to go that way or not, or go straight in for flat Earth. And
Yeah, you know, maybe the softly.
well, that's what we were kind of experimenting with. Maybe this might be, because we've been doing this for the last 4 or 5 years, and we've seen quite a lot of people run away quick.
Yeah, exactly.
This is the finale.
Yes. Yeah, I think this should be on the backside of it now, and so it's still got its place, but you can.
There is other people will pick up on different things.
Yes,
So you
yes.
think about that, and then you can lead them to it.
Yeah.
But to hit them with that, you get a lot of people.
It's just too much to take in. The indoctrination is
Well,
just too
I've said for people for years is that if I met me on the street, I'd run a mile.
Sure.
Sure.
You go back 10 years.
Yeah,
how would
5
we
years.
have-
yeah, definitely. I'd think, oh, what an idiot. That guy thinks the Earth's flat. What's the matter with him? What an idiot.
Because the indoctrination was flat Earth your way in, or did you come into the world of awakeness to the truth?
No, it came through. It was Dave Murphy doing like things like free man of the Earth and that. Talking about like birth certificates and straw
okay.
man. Yes,
Right.
and it was Nature in a Cage, the straw man. So I was kind of watching that as well, and then Dave Murphy came up, and I was so disappointed because I was watching lots of Dave Murphy, and I thought, oh, this guy's amazing. And then all of a sudden, I seen him talking on the foreign channel, about
doing the
flat
flat
Earth.
Earth.
And when he started to, and I just lost all respect for him. Thought, what an idiot! What a plonker! What an idiot! And then, of course, after that, I literally just finished that, and I got invited by YouTube to watch 200 Proofs.
Wow.
So I got invited by them. I watched 15 minutes of that and said, Jesus, this is rubbish. This is so rubbish. And I turned it off, and I lied there for hours, just staring at the ceiling, thinking my head was just like spinning. It was. Yeah, and in the morning, I got up, got out, turned the TV back on, and finished the rest of 200 Proofs. And my head was just blowing up. It really was. And I had 4 businesses at the time. And so I don't think I went into work that day in that, my head was just like full of everything. I had to take the day off, and then research for the next 6 months, and then didn't have any businesses after 6 months.
Purposely or accidental?
I gave one to one son, one to another son. I had another business that I was about to give to my daughter, but she hated it, which is like a fish and chip shop now. She hated that, she didn't want to do that, so we ended up just getting rid of that. And I had a sublimation business, I had a cash generator business and a computer shop as well. So, and this was all at the same time. Me finding out about this nonsense.
Too much.
Yes. My world changed. And that's what I wrote there. That's my first banner. I wrote that because after 6 months, of doing all my studying and that, I was still holding on to that bloody ball. I was still holding on to it and thinking, this can't be right. I must be delusional. There's something wrong with me. Because I get this, but why do I get this and no one else gets this? And so there must be something wrong with me. And I was holding on tight to this. I went on Facebook and I created a post to all my friends and family, no flat earth friends, because I didn't know anyone, so all my friends and family, and I turned around and said, at the title, I am gay, okay? So I started it off there to raise a few eyebrows, get their attention, and then I said, wrote down and said, look, I'm not really gay, this is what's going on. And I listed, these are the reasons why I've decided that the Earth is flat. And I think I listed about 20 different reasons and that. And at the end, I said, look, just to be sure, I'm not gay, at the end. And then the first thing that my niece comes up to me and she goes, so you're gay then, are you? Right, okay, well, that was obvious. But and I think by putting it out there for the world to see and tell everyone, all my friends and family why I think the Earth is flat. I think that's kind of like, it liberated me. Yes. Yes. Yeah, and it was. It was.
Takes it the way they do.
And then I had 1,000,001 conversations. Yeah. But it seems like a long time ago now. But I like this. It is a subtle way, but I think that should be on the back end of it. Yeah, just so that you can say, right, now we've got this, come and look at this. You know. But it blows my mind because every day I learn about something else. You know, like the cholesterol scam and that. You know, like I learn about that.
Yeah, the protein scam.
Oh, it's endless. I only just learned about, well, I kind of knew anyway, about beers, lagers, chemicals, and, you know, like, obviously there's lots of chemicals in lagers and all that, but there is some craft beers that have got that really nutritious for you and really good for you and that. But I didn't know that. I kind of thought, you know, I've been, you know, doing Heinekens and Grolsch and bloody all sorts for years, Budweisers and now. Well, I've only this year stopped drinking since January, so I haven't had no alcohol since January. But I only. Well, no, it's going. It's really. You don't miss it. You just kind of like, you get to a stage and you think, oh, you know, some juice or a bottle of water will do. It's fine. It's okay. But I did say it's not forever. I'm just when I get to January again, so, you know, like December 29th or something. Well, was it 31st? Is it December 31st? Yeah. When I get to that, then I'll have my first drink again, just to know that I was in control. You know, like, and that's all it's about. You know, I took a year out, but I'll never have 4 or 5 bottles a day ever again.
Oh, okay.
Because that's where I was. You know, like.
That's a lot.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem like it when you go to work, do a day's work, you come home and you have a couple of beers and you follow it up with a couple of beers later, and like 4 or 5 bottles of beer every day. It doesn't seem a lot, you know.
When you say it, it does seem.
You know, I used to get my cousin to come down and we'd polish off like 20, 30, 40 cans each. You know, like, and it's nothing to them, you know, because they do a lot of it. You know, but no, it's good to be in control and know that you're in control. No drink.
Vegetarian?
Vegan. I went the full whack, and I went vegan because of I was having chest pains, and I went to, I think it was my second Flat Earth meetup, and I met a guy, Mark. He was vegan, and he said, you know, give it a try, and you'll probably find all them chest pains and all that will start easing within, you know, a few weeks and that. And so it was a long discussion that we had, and I'd had discussions with vegetarians and vegans. You know, it was always the joking, you know, how do you know who's a vegetarian or vegan? God, don't tell them.
You're a big thief, as me as I.
Yes, well,
yeah,
right.
Like, I have to eat meat.
Yeah. But anyway, and so I tried this, and in the first 2 weeks, and I was getting a little bit better, but it wasn't completely cured. Now, I had these chest pains on and off for years. And then what happened was, you know, like after going full vegan, then chest pains within 3 or 4 weeks were completely gone, and I've never had chest pain ever again. You know, since.
That's enough for you, to know that it does right.
Yeah. But no, and I've been really happy with it, and it fits me. And I didn't realise because when we used to go to pubs and for carveries and things like that, I'd have the tiniest bit of meat and I'd just plaster my tray, you know. Like,
so you were already on that.
I think I was already there, you know, like kind of like psychologically probably.
So easy enough.
It was very easy, apart from giving up cheese. That destroyed me.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I was a big cheese fan.
Yeah.
Cheese and red wine, yeah. No, but yeah, no. So I've had quite a few changes in the last 5 years. Some good, some bad. We're all growing.
Oh, absolutely. I think for the rest of our lives we'll be learning and trying and.
Yeah.
We need to find how we are here. Why?
Yes. Yeah.
That's the point.
Yeah. That's a never-ending quest, I think. You know, and I think that's a personal quest for everybody, isn't it? You know,
you should find it.
You're not here because of, you know, like for my reasons. I'm not here for your reasons.
As far as I'm aware, as long as we serve each other, not just be here for ourselves,
yeah.
we stand a better chance.
And I think families have got a lot to play with it as well. And
You can program kids like that. You can program them. I teach 150 kids.
Right.
I said to them, I never wear a mask.
Right.
Everybody was.
Yeah.
Colleagues, director, everybody.
I bet that didn't go down well.
And I said no, I won't wear it. And I said to kids, if there is somebody who doesn't want to wear it, half of them put it down.
Yeah.
And half of them no.
Right.
After class, we have a rest and then we
Yeah.
And the lunch, they put it all down. 150 kids.
They tell them it's okay when you eat.
Yeah, when it's okay and when you
the whole, it was all nonsense. It was just ridiculous.
It's laughable, I must admit. Like, really people not seeing the irony or what they're telling you, do this, don't do that, and it's okay to do it at that point, but
small
not
boy
at that
just copyrighted his father.
Yeah.
Just
It kind of worries me. We were only talking about it yesterday. Like, will people this winter? Will we go back to it again? Will the people don their masks again?
Possibly. But there will be a lot more that will say no.
Yeah. Well, I hope that is the case.
Okay.
All right. Oh yes.
See you later.
He's a sod with this mudbuds. He said we're driving around, and he said, "Just stop! Want to take a picture? Want to take a picture?" Cars all around. What are you doing? Like he's mad for this mudfloods.
Yeah, there is a good example where it's actually 2 stories down.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and then you've got the 1 story above the road level, and then it looks like almost like there where you had possibly there was the roof line, the initial.
Yeah.
So it would have looked silly to have 1.
Yeah, that's the thing. It doesn't make sense, does it?
Below. So they've put
like
two
in here.
layers.
Like
Yeah. So it does look.
Could be a roof before.
Yes.
You can see it's stronger. It's stronger.
Yeah.
And then they built.
Yeah, and it could be here as well.
This could be this one. As well.
Yeah.
Built on top.
Yes. But it is strange, isn't it? And what sort of time, age do you like?
Well, the actual mud floods around, people suggest 1850, somewhere around then.
Right.
Because
I've seen Martin
Liedtke, yes.
Yeah, he's put some fantastic examples, and they are anywhere between 1800, somewhere around there, aren't
that's
they?
the thing. Like, do we know exactly? Maybe it did take a period of time.
Yeah.
The thing is, with a lot of this, we've got more questions than answers at this stage.
Oh,
At least we can start questioning. It's like, okay, we can see now. Well, what happened? And how widespread is it?
Yes.
What was it? Was it man-made? Was it
natural? Yes.
Will it happen again?
I love this. I do. It's when you get a big crowd and all that.
Yeah, I'm hoping that people will ask questions.
Well, we've been here.
For themselves and go away and then.
I think what it was, we had this momentum going, and this is all around the world. We had this momentum going of people on the streets, people waking up, people talking about it, and there was a buzz in the air and all that. And then we get COVID, and it just fizzles out. And what happened to it all?
More brainwashing.
And that's the problem, isn't it? It's hopefully it doesn't get worse, but I fear that we get back to this winter and it will all kick off again. And if that happens again, how do we keep the momentum going?
And I'm pretty sure people have changed the meaning of the mask. This lady, I don't think she's wearing it in order to protect everybody else around her.
Yeah.
She's just doing it to protect herself.
Yeah.
Which, that wasn't what was said in the first place.
No.
That's not what it was for, so I think people have made it into their own protection.
Or it's that virtual signalling thing, oh, look at me, everybody, aren't I fantastic, trying to save you all.
But they look around and nobody else is wearing
No.
it. Well, you're the odd one out. So we used to look strangely at people who were sanitising their hands and just spraying everything.
This is the thing. I've always said, if these smokers patches, if they are so effective, then you're putting all that crap on your hand. You're rubbing it into your hands.
That's a scratch.
Trying to say that
They
you,
turned it into these metal or not plastic stick-on things now.
Yeah.
I see people having it stuck on their backs like that.
yeah.
It's almost like a plastic bottle cap.
Yeah. These are people that really aren't thinking for themselves, are they? Yeah.
And they will do it for health. It's like, okay, well, let's have a look what you need. Because I've gone over to fruitarian mostly.
Right,
Still a
okay.
vegan.
Yeah.
But yeah, just further healing.
Yeah.
So for people to get to vegetarianism.
How long have you been on fruit?
It's about a year and a bit.
Okay.
Can't remember exactly that.
And did you find it an easy process, or?
It's not been too easy. Wintertime is a bit harder.
Yeah.
But like at the moment, it's
Yeah.
much easier. But when we go out, like where do you eat? People want. If there was a smoothie stand, I'll be there.
Yes,
I want a smoothie.
yes.
That was in Bournemouth. They had a stand with ice cream, and they were offering fresh smoothies, fresh fruit
Right.
smoothies. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
What did they do? They big mango, which I think was frozen, so it wasn't ripe anyway.
Yeah.
And they put it in carton apple juice. Well, that's not fresh.
Right.
And then when they mix it, they didn't mix it properly, so there was like lumps of
Yes.
fruit
Yeah.
that wasn't ripe, the mango,
Yeah.
in a lot of apple juice. So I thought, well, they haven't quite got the idea.
So you haven't thought about it, yeah.
So yeah, I've got a friend who could do it, but she hasn't been done that, but she's feeding herself fruit. Mostly.
And you do most of it like with like juices, pressed fruit.
Smoothies, yes.
So it's not your, gotcha.
Not smoothies. We do blend melon in the morning as well. So we have melon 15 minutes later. By the time I prep the next one, we have a smoothie that's got orange base, apples, mango, and either blueberries or strawberries or whatever the fruit that becomes the flavour of the smoothie. But the base is orange, apples, that's what orange base, and the mango.
And what about energy-wise yourself? Do you feel
Yeah, absolutely.
You
And I
feel
just
good?
feel my stomach doesn't feel so heavy.
bloated?
So we had a vegan pizza, vegan and gluten-free pizza last night.
Okay.
We did one of the,
Yeah. So you're not a strict fruitarian then?
Not as strict.
Okay.
Because I still got a partner who's
Yeah, and
still
that's
on the vegetarian. So I'm trying not to
Yeah.
go too far ahead.
Yeah.
But he could see there's certain things I eat, even the vegan
And he
stuff.
probably
doesn't agree
joins
with
you
me.
on quite a lot of stuff as well, you know,
This morning, yeah,
because they're
that's-
tasty, aren't they? So-
Exactly. I mean, to start with a smooth and very sweet tasting melon, beautiful.
Right.
But I couldn't eat as much of the melon if I was eating its chunks. Put it in a smoothie and I can drink it. I can't drink much water,
Yeah.
but a smoothie I can drink easily a litre and a half. I shouldn't because I'm flooding myself.
Yeah, yeah.
constantly. So I know I'm not
Yeah.
too much then. But
Now I'd been drinking a lot of fruit juices for a while. I don't do concentrate. I do like proper pressed juices. And Harry's just destroyed my whole life when we went to Ireland because I liked my Tropicana. And he said, "Oh no, it's full of sugar. That is, and that." And I said, "No, it's not. It's just got its own sugar. It says so." And they've tricked people by saying it's got natural sugars, but natural sugars from where?
exactly. So when it's a natural flavouring, well, what is it?
Yeah.
What is natural flavouring?
Yeah.
Or it doesn't contain sugar, but it's got aspartame and all of the other chemicals. Yeah.
Very, very annoying. So I've dropped my Tropicana
Well, you
now.
could make that.
Yeah. I've been doing a lot of cranberries lately. I need to get myself maybe a soda stream or something to try and put a fizz in it or something, because to put a fizz on cranberry juice, it's really refreshing drink, that is. But I don't think there's anything too bad from a soda stream, please.
I don't know, to be honest.
I haven't looked into it. Please, you lot, don't tell me.
Gas? I don't know. Do you want gas within you? I would say no, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, well, it depends. I mean, what gas is it? Is it not oxygen, or is it? It's I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into this.
Look into it, yeah.
Yes.
There's also the thing is, it needs to be really as natural as you can. Pick it from the tree.
Yeah.
Eat it fresh.
Yeah.
Eat it ripe.
Yeah.
We know it's like if an apple is not ripe enough, you don't enjoy it. Well, it's not meant to be eaten at that point.
Right.
It's still quite acidic.
Yeah.
But when it turns alkaline, when it ripens,
Yeah.
you can sort of feel.
Gotcha. So that's what it is. Distilled water?
Yes.
Yes. Right. So I've been doing distilled water since day one.
Yeah. I prefer the distilled water in the fruit.
Oh right. Okay.
Every mouthful. can taste
Yeah.
the juiciness.
Yes.
Whereas a pizza, there's nothing in it.
Yeah.
I don't want to dilute it with water.
Yeah.
Because I need the acids in the stomach to deal with what I just put in.
Gotcha.
Therefore, I then don't drink enough, so I
Yeah.
feel more
Got a bit of a
dehydrated.
cycle there.
So exactly. So smoothies are for me. It's like I can feel it. I've still got to feel my adrenals. I've still got low blood pressure. My brother's got low blood pressure as well. So there's still healing to do because we were born with certain. I was born with green eyes. Now I'm turning them blue. We've already got blue. We've got white shading around it. So you've got a layer to heal. That you would have beautiful bananas now anyway, but they'll be even brighter.
Oh wow! Wow! It's funny because I was just talking to a chap who before, and I was mesmerised looking at his eyes, you know, like because they were really popping out, really blue. I mean, really popping out. And I thought, you know, he was talking about the Bible and all that, and I thought, God, you're Jesus, aren't you? You really are Jesus. His eyes were popping out, so blue.
My brother noticed the people, the spiritual people that he talks to, blue eyes. Because they're already cleaner. I was born with green eyes, and when I came over to England, having the English diet, it just made it worse. My stomach and all that. So I've healed a lot.
Yeah.
And then with the fruit, I started to get rid of the orange within the eyes.
Yeah.
That were making my eyes look green.
Right.
Now I'm on the yellow layer. Then it's the white layer that you've got.
Yeah.
Once I get rid of that, all my blue eyes.
God, my mum had really bright, vibrant green eyes.
Yeah, that means not healthy.
Yeah, no, she wasn't healthy. No.
Antibiotics.
Yeah.
And a lot of the sulfur in food.
And what it was, I mean, like the pharmaceutical industry really did a number on my mum, and like they had her taking, you know, like 50 to 80 tablets a day.
Really?
You know, they did. You know, she died of pancreatic cancer. You know, like that's what we said when they pulled her medicine cabinet out, and I laid all the medicines on the floor and that, and said, "This is what they're all in date. You can see they're all in date. This is what they want her to take." And there was like 80 odd packets of this of all different things. It's just nonsense, and like it just seems so obvious now, and you know what was going on. And when I say she had vibrant green eyes,
I look at people's eyes now, I can see like you might look healthy, but I know you're not.
Oh, well, that's interesting. I didn't know that there'd be anything like to look at the eyes. You know.
Yeah, iridology.
Oh, maybe the white, you know, like in your eyes. You know, you could see if you were going Jordan or something.
Sclerology, you can do the whites of the eyes, but iridology is the actual one.
Gotcha.
I've got a blue dot on mine, which is with liver, so
right.
I had kidney problems, and then the adrenals just sitting on top of kidneys.
Yeah.
They're not functioning properly. When I was young, I ended up in hospital with a kidney infection, and the doctor said, "Oh, you must take these antibiotics. You must be at the hospital. Otherwise, when you're 30, you have big problems with kidneys." So of course, they pumped me with more antibiotics, which would have made matters worse. So now I'm having to undo even what they did to me when I was a teenager.
Right, gotcha.
Well, I'm just letting everybody do what it needs to do. Detoxing. If he decides to do a detox, fine.
Yeah.
If I've got the runny nose or coughing, I now go, I'm detoxing, not I'm ill.
Yes.
I'm healing.
Yeah, there you go.
Again, they've turned it upside down.
Yeah. No, I just.
You need a section for the health.
Oh, last week I was detoxing badly. Last week, and but it's kind of weird because it all come along. I went up into the loft, and in the loft I had my old banners. I had the casing for my old banners that was up in the loft. I had all my metalwork and that in there. So I pulled that down, but it had lots of black mold all over it, and then with all the rubbish in the loft, or like I was moving things about and that, and I was coughing right away, like, and I felt a little bit crappy, and that night it got worse and worse and worse, and then I'm bedridden 3 days later, and I was on my back, lost all my energy and all my muscles and everything, and I was bedridden for about 3 or 4 days.
There was also the sun out.
And the sun was blazing and that.
The sun would be alkalising. Cold air is alkalising. Whenever I go out in cold air, my nose is running. So I used to be annoyed about it. Now I go, okay, I want it out.
Well, I had so many friends friends and family come and say, "Oh right, it's COVID. You got COVID. That's what you've got." I said, "I haven't got COVID. I know where it all stems from. How I've got to this." You know, like, and I just don't have the symptoms. What you all think COVID is. I don't have that.
COVID,
You know,
I mean, the symptoms for COVID these days, you can think of anything, and that's it.
That's it. There's your symptoms. You know, have you got a broken leg? It's COVID. I'm telling you. Yeah. No. I realised that I was detoxing in some fashion. You know, like and. Or just plenty of distilled water. That's all I was interested in, and it sorted itself out. Didn't need to go doctors. Didn't need to go panicking.
That's what I used to say with flu. So yeah, just go lay down. And
relax. Yeah.
I went through quite a big detox. So I actually took Heal All tea.
Right.
So I was healing all at that point, and my body decided to go for a massive detox for a couple of weeks. I was out of it, but it's like,
yeah.
I want it out.
All right.
And it clears your head afterwards, even though it feels so bad.
Yes.
It clears you afterwards. You get a bit fresher, more energy.
So I take it you've followed the terrain theory and all that, have you? And
terrain is everything.
Terrain is everything. Well done. Yeah. Yes. Because how quick did you get there to that? You know, like. To terrain theory and that.
Well, I've been looking at health for many years because of my own health. So I knew there was something not right. My parents taught me in South Africa, they taught me natural as well as the naughty bit. So I could see both. It's like you just try it on your own body. But the actual knowing the terrain and germ difference.
The terminology and all that goes with it.
That was more recent.
Right.
It sort of just reaffirmed that what I was doing and saying and thinking.
Yes.
That explains.
But it makes a lot of sense to me. Was it Kaufman that kind of brought it out? Andrew Kaufman?
No, it was before.
It was before.
That was. I've got the book called. What really makes you ill, and.
Oh, I think Harry might have that. I'm sure he's told me.
Yeah, it was Dawn Lester and David. Somebody was he? I think it was Dawn Lester.
Yeah.
So it was a gentleman and lady, and I guess they went on a quest to find out about their own family's health, and exposed a lot of the pharma stuff.
Yeah.
Really good book.
Yes.
And again, it mentions about the viruses, so I've shared that information with a few people.
No, I kicked myself. You know, I met a lady yesterday in Plymouth, and she's known all this stuff for over 12 years, and I just say, oh God, why aren't you lot all screaming at the top of your voices and saying, you know, to people, and like I say, I just find it. Where the hell have I been?
Exactly, people like McDonald's. I'm sure there is one.
Yeah, down there it is.
How do you speak to someone who still eats meat?
Yes. Yeah.
And I've got friends who go through every external healing, natural healing. When I say your lifestyle needs to change, they're not ready.
Yeah.
They look for the cure or the healing outside. It comes from within.
Yeah.
To make the decision and make the change.
Yes.
But if the head is not in the right place,
yeah.
I could be throwing words at people. It's not going to make a difference.
Yeah, I mean, like with the wife and that, I managed to get her onto distilled water. She got it. We sat down together and we watched a documentary about fluoridated water. We watched that and she got it. She understood, and we went straight out and bought a distiller. And you know, for the last 5 years, and she thinks that's the most fantastic thing that's ever happened in her life. But to get her to watch anything else, she goes, "No, it'll change me." Well, yeah, probably will. But no, she won't. She won't have it. She does not want to be manipulated or changed. You know. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's live, but I kind of like always put it away from people. Sorry.
What time are you parked at?
We're till 4 o'clock.
Must be about that now.
Oh, is it? Wow.
24.
24. Oh, right. Well, so we're nearly thinking about. Yeah. Oh, wow.
By the time we get packed up.
So you kind of, right, I'm going to start saying, it's nice talking to you.
Yeah,
What is your name?
Darina.
And your name is?
Yaroslav.
Oh, get lost. I'm not saying that.
Easier. Yarrow.
Yes, nice to meet you too. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to be around here, but I'm going to chat to these guys. That's a nice conversation. You know, you can always learn a lot of people, learn a lot from people, places like this. Look at this. Honestly, guys, let me just show you this. I mean, like, they're everywhere. They're everywhere, and it's time to go. And it's like, we're not ready to go. This place is amazing. We should be here. Forget about Speaker's Corner. Throw your Speaker's Corner in the bin. This is the place to be. It really is. It started a little bit slow, but yeah, look at this. You know, all that commotion before about the bloody artwork. Lisa's now finished, and that, and they're not back now. How about that, guys? Yeah. Don't think people will get it, will they? Pluto?
Yeah, it's ready when you want to do a group photo.
Oh, yes, yes. It's a cracker, isn't it?
Yeah.
We'll have to get people all kneeling round and that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we're about to pack up now anyway, so we'll try and get a few people. Or just wait for Sven to get back. Yeah. He'll be back soon. Oh, well done. It looks great. Well done, Lisa.
I'm glad I got here an hour early.
Yes, yes. Yeah. Very talented, isn't she? She didn't draw that one because, like, she otherwise she would have did her feet, you know, like half of it's missing. She just like very good. I like that. I wonder if people do get the reference. Has anyone walked over and asked you?
No, people just go, nice drawing.
Yeah, you need to tell them, say, do you understand it though?
Maybe some of them do, but they just walk away.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of people go, ha ha ha, the earth isn't flat.
Yes, I heard one before, so yeah. Right. Yeah, this is great. Like Harry just said, you know, like, how'd you pack up now? Dear me.
I haven't got charcoal on my face.
Yes, you have. Tons of it.
Have I?
Tons of it. Do you want me to show everyone? No. Yeah, no, well, look at all the charcoal on her face.
I get charcoal on my face every time I talk.
Do you? And it's like, how does that get there? You know, like,
you can see how
have you not got any baby wipes or anything with you?
No.
Oh.
No, so does that mean I'm going to have a black face in the photo? At least everybody can see you drip.
Yeah, you can see you drip. All right. Anyway, guys, so let's have a little look around. Hasn't that been? It's been a great day. That's day 3. Speaker's Corner, Plymouth, and now Bath. We are making our way to Cardiff tomorrow. That'll be fun. They're mad over there. No, I've always had a soft spot for Cardiff. You know, like we've had some really good times there. So it'll probably be in the same place. What they call it? There's a big rocket statue there. Alliance. So there's an Alliance statue. I forget what something place. Oh, I can't think of the name. But if you're coming to Cardiff and you want to find us, that's where we'll be, outside the Alliance statue. Just looks like one big rocket. We'll always aim for 12 o'clock. Oh, you might be making that worse. Dear. I can't show you. I'll show you a little bit from a distance. You got Lisa over there pouring water on her face, trying to get rid of it. But she's trying to get rid of all that black chalk with dirty black chalk hands. And guess what's happening? So, we can't. How do we wrap up? I don't know. Or do we just run back and put some more money on the ticket machine? I don't know. It's not even slowing down here. Normally it slows down everywhere you go, you know, but it's a good spot, this. It really is. The amount of people that come through this part here. Yeah. Anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed yourself. Please share, subscribe, tick the box. And if you would like to support the channel, no, not the channel, I shouldn't say that. Although your support is always appreciated, but to support fuel and accommodation for Sven. I'll be sleeping in the back of my car tonight. Little adventure by itself. I'll enjoy that. So, oops, let's grab that. I'm sure that's something to do with litter. Don't want to be done for litter. I just realised I got a bottle in my pocket as well. Yes, it was Lisa. Look at that. Let's get the other one. Yes, so if you'd like to support towards accommodations for Sven and towards petrol, you can buy us a coffee, and I believe it's, is it buy me a coffee? Buy us a coffee? With the /GlobeLi. Buyusacoffee.com, I think it is. /GlobeLi. Ricardo's been putting a link in the chat. So thank you very, very much, Ricardo, for that. And thank you guys who have been doing moderating and kicked any trolls out. You're not welcome. I do not welcome any trolls. So got no time for you. Much more important people to be speaking to. Go and find another channel, because I'm not interested. I think Ian's enjoying himself. He's had some great conversations, he says. You know, he just said then, oh bless him, he just said that he wished he was coming round with us on the tour. But it's hard to take lots of time off. It's hard. Normally in the past, you know, 'cause I've always been working, I've managed to take off about a week and I had to get back to work, but being self-employed now at the moment, I can please myself. Although it is costly to take time off. Because obviously I'm not earning any money. But that's okay, I'll put a little aside, I'll be fine. Don't do any violin playing for me. All the violin playing needs to be for Sven. He needs some help with accommodation. Yeah, so we managed to get him a place in Cardiff tonight. But we are going to go make our way to Dave Manel's, and where they're staying tonight, and Andrea. So I'll have to get there, get that address, and I'm trying to look for. Oh, Dave's over there. We're just waiting for Sven to get back, I think. Well, okay. Oh yeah, and of course, not only that, we will have to get ourselves a picture of this. So Lisa's put a lot into that. And you guys can take a picture as well. Take a screenshot of that, eh? Awesome, eh? Yeah. For these guys as well, they're all getting in there. Yeah, so again, it's been positive. The banners. But I think it's best to have both, actually. There's a few things I probably would have changed. Yeah. I just heard mud floods are being talked about. You got Sam there, he's well within a good conversation. I know it's time to pack up, but I don't really want to, guys. Right, but I'm gonna have to say goodbye to you guys. So, so there you go. That's day 3 done. I will see you guys tomorrow, day 4, Cardiff. Approximately the same time. Hope you enjoyed that. Thank you, Ricardo. Always a pleasure. I don't know if you notice I'm back to holding this up with my hands. All right, Tapper, will do. I'll give you a ring second I come off. Cheers, buddy. Yeah, so there you go. I'm still reluctant to press the off button. I've enjoyed this. Great stream. Thank you. Oh, you're all welcome. Even you trolls, as long as you behaved yourself, you're very welcome. You know. But yeah, no, we're getting around this tour. It's you guys have been showing your support fantastically. So, but I'm always thinking that just want to make sure that Sven gets accommodation all the way to the end of the tour. He was desperate to come along with us. We were originally going to get a motorhome, hire one, and then it worked out that there was quite high deposits, and because we're in the height of I'm going to let you have a look at this. Because we were in the height of summer as well, that these to hire a motorhome for the 12 days or so was going to be astronomical. Come on, have a look at this. How about that? Is that awesome? What a collection. Hey, that's an amazing collection. It's not just there, there's some more there. Look at that. You'd think it'd be a sewing machine museum, but it's not, it's a clothes shop. That's absolutely incredible. Wow. Absolutely incredible, that. Yeah, it probably was from a sweatshop somewhere. Yeah. Oh dear, that's it. How much slave labour was on the end of them ones? Huh. Amazing though, and it goes right around the shop. Wow. But anyway, yeah. So shall I say goodbye again? Right, we're going to do it. Let's say goodbye. Cardiff tomorrow, guys. 12 o'clock. Yes, Tapper. I'll give you a ring very shortly. Say goodbye. I'm just about to say that.
Hello.
Goodbye.
Thanks for being there. Cheers for all your help. See you soon.
There you go. Right, so yeah, there you go. And Ricardo, thank you so much for all your help on putting the donation link in there. I do appreciate it, guys. It's buy me a coffee. It's a £5. You know, buy us a coffee for a £5. I'd really appreciate it, guys. It'll all go towards the fuel and Sven's accommodation. So thank you so much, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow. Pressing the button. I'm pressing the button. You ready? Cheers, guys. Bye.